Yeah.
Julian, though. Burnt das Brot. Yeah. Oh, Widdowson. Uh-oh. King Dams, he's leaking comfortably 90%. Widdowson's Sovereign does pop off, but it's not enough. It's 95%. I think the game's just over. And Isolde with the clutch hold hit. Full shift on wave 13. It is paying off extremely well for him. He's not going to hold, but man, he's doing really well here. Tryhards are out, and this was a really fast 3-0 victory for Big Bro Little Bro, your May Nova Cup champion.
Welcome everyone for the first Nekomata Cup here, starting in June. I'm gonna be your caster today, and I will be joined here in the co-caster desk with none other than Berndas Brut, otherwise named as Julian, for someone who knows him. So welcome, Julian. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello. Hello. Yeah. I forgot to. I did unmute myself on stream, but not on Discord, so you didn't know what I was talking about. But yeah, thank you, Julian, for being here.
Hello! Thank you for hosting. Nice. That's
mean,
a good start.
We need to forgive myself a little bit for some mistakes because it is 5:50 a.m. for me, so I do hope it won't affect too much. But today we're gonna have 8 teams competing in Division 1.
Yes.
And it will be a different format than announced, so maybe we can keep the viewers at current pace. And we're gonna have a best of 3 quarterfinal where the 8 teams are gonna fight it out, and then we're gonna have today the semifinal, which is going to be a best of 5 to finish off on Sunday with a best of 7 final.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no conquest rules, so the best of 7 might just be the same mastermind options for 7 games. But yeah, I think it's probably the best solution considering how many teams signed up and everything. So I'm happy it's clear now.
Yeah, and even if there's no conquest rule, if the teams present in the final tomorrow want to do it, like if they prefer it like that, they can still do it. It's just not in the rules, so they are free to pick the same mastermind options.
Yeah. I think it's good to vary a bit. Like, ideally, if you're comfortable playing multiple mastermind options, you should switch it up to keep the enemy guessing what you have.
Yeah, it's always a good advantage for sure, because I mean, if you have predictability in your play, then of course the higher teams will often put that against you.
Yeah.
We're talking to you, Fiesta players.
Yeah. But talking about unpredictability, this comes right down to our first match, because I think Mr. Buzz is one of the most unpredictable players on the ladder. I just can't figure him out. Like, he does something different every game, and I keep losing. It's disgusting. If I think he's pushing, he's never pushing, and if I think he's never pushing, he just all-in plays for wave 12 or something, and I just die. And I'm always very, very angry.
Yeah, definitely. He is the type of person to either long save or just income send you every wave. We're gonna have to see. He tends to be a little bit more starry, and since he's paired with a random player, since he did a solo sign up, his teammate is What's the name already? Let me check it. Turnix. We're gonna call him Turnix. I don't know much about Turnix. I don't find him too much on the ladder. I'm gonna try and find him real fast.
He's from Canada. Oh, disgusting. 78% tactician. The classic Canadian staff lord. Ah, what a pairing for Mr. Buzz.
I mean, Canadians never starve. I don't know what you're talking about here. It's definitely not me that caused that.
No, 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 no. I've never been saved on 1 till 11 because All Out Assault is in the game. No, no. No, no. Never happened.
But yeah, I mean,
Ah.
if his teammate is more starvy, then we can expect them to go a little bit more starvy. But Ex-God, being Canadian himself, is no stranger to long saves. Um,
Oh yeah, definitely not. I think X-God and Ashton make a really good duo because they have both options, right? Ashton can just go completely brain off scale like a madman and just carry the game. And X-God can have a really, really nice tactical approach and make really, really good spontaneous calls. And like has a very great overview of game pace and everything. So I think they can really, really synergize well, which we have seen in the past when they won multiple Nova Cups.
yeah, sorry, I got distracted a bit because your your camera sometimes goes off because of just Discord stuff. So I just
Aha, okay. Well,
well,
there's probably nothing I can do about
no,
this.
no, no, it's on my side. But
Ah,
I mean, yes, I mean, Xcode and Ashton are probably favored to advance here, but I don't want to rule out Mr. Buzz and Turnix right away.
oh, absolutely not. I mean, they are very unpredictable, and going into this matchup as Ashton and X-God, I would be scared because one, you don't want to lose because, you're the higher rated team, and second of all, they are very, very unpredictable. So it's like, if you make one mistake, you can very easily lose, and there's a lot of pressure. And Mr. Buzz and Turnix, they don't really have too much pressure, right?
Yeah, and sometimes when you don't have the pressure on you, then it enables you to do way better than people would see normally. Because you just say, okay, I just have nothing to lose. I'll just throw everything out the window. I just do random stuff, or I'll take the risk. It's fine. Um, and when you're taking risks, that's often when you just win games.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Ah, nice stats you have on screen. Very good.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking uh, at what you had, and I tried to pick stuff different than what Penny took because I didn't want to just copy Penny. I need to be
Yeah.
different.
It's always good not to copy the clown. It's what I try to do in my games as well.
Yeah, I do hope I'll be somewhat as entertaining as Penny. I know I won't be, but I'll try my best still to.
It's fine. You have me. That's
Yeah,
all we need.
I have you. Yes.
Ah,
But let's focus back at this matchup here. What is the final score line you predict here? Will it be just a landslide for X-God and Ashton,
yeah.
or do you predict
2-1.
just the dark horse to take it here?
2-1 for Ashton and X-God.
Okay, 2-1, so 3 games. Well, we always want the maximum amount of games in
Yes.
in every stream, of course, because we're just like that. We like to just cast every game and
Yes.
pain ourselves into doing that, of course. Uh, no, but more games of Legion is always better. I do think, because then um, you guys maybe have some chance of getting more drops if they work somehow. Yeah, not much I can do because
I think Schnerd said they start at 12. So 12 my time, so 2 minutes, which is when the tournament starts. Which is
okay,
fine, I think.
okay. So we have hope, guys. So keep us updated, and if we have some issues, then we'll try to fix it or try to find compensation, of course.
Nah, I mean, if it's not working, just ping Schnerd or Penny in Discord and annoy them about it and tell us it's working so we don't get, like, annoyed or nervous about it.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah. So it's good. We have solutions. We have the scene set up. We have the lobby up, but we don't have the game yet. So we still need to fill up the time a little bit here. Ashton and Turnix is still missing currently. They still have some time to join in, of course. But yeah, what I think will happen here, the win condition, is just X-God and Ashton. Don't try any fancy stuff. Stick to your strengths. Enable Ashton and try to have him have a good role. I saw Ashton pick the Fiesta. I saw Ashton pick the castle too. So definitely,
Castle.
yeah,
What?
definitely aiming at those late game masterminds. Um, so he's trying to branch out of the YOLO because he knows that if he picks YOLO in a tournament, Xgod's just gonna kick him out. Um,
Yeah,
so
that's a dangerous prospect.
so yeah, I mean, Ashton definitely fearing that Xgod kick, but it's just it's fun to see Ashton just aiming for those masterminds because those are um, the masterminds that we can identify him with, like the Fiesta. He pushes aggressive early, and it just enables him then to have this economy for that late game he's known about. Because everyone know that if you're past wave 15 and you're saying to Ashton, you're saying, okay, when do we break him, if ever? That's always the problem with Ashton.
No, the answer is no.
The
When do we
answer
break
is
him?
no.
No. It's a very simple answer. I mean, the answer is you suicide and you save for 2 more waves after you've suicided, and then you can leak him. But it's very difficult to send into Ashton. He's a god gamer after all. He's been around for ever. He's won the Masters Cups early with King Dance. Yeah, it's a difficult game for Mr. Buzz and Turnix. But never count out the underdog, especially not in Legion because of Fiesta, and they are very good at like aiming for their win conditions. So that's pretty good. There seem to be 2 lobbies, says XGod.
Okay. Well, can the other guys just comment to this one? Yeah, okay. I think we're gonna make it at one point. But
Everyone's here. Very good.
alright. Just one final piece of information for the viewers here. There's one thing that Mr. Buzz and Turnix can abuse here, and it is a simple fact about XGod. It is that I kept that information to the end so that maybe the players are not here. It's just if you long save XGod, he's gonna stay 4 workers. So maybe you can exploit that if he's going cartel.
Oh yeah. That's I have been on those teams, yeah.
So this is one thing that works well with Ashton because it enables Ashton to push workers. Did XGod just leave? Or oh no, okay.
Yeah.
I know they're just no, okay. I just I just have the chat on top, and they just want to swap position. It's good. We're getting there.
We're almost done. We're almost ready to start.
So so that's pretty much what we are expecting. We have the win conditions for both teams, I believe. I think we discussed about both. Stay unpredictable if you're Mr. Buzz and Turnix. Play to your strength. Same goes for Ashton and XGod. But be careful, Ashton, to not overpush, or be careful, XGod, to not underpush. That's gonna be the stuff to look out for.
Ashton not over pushing. That's kind of funny.
I mean, over pushing into long savers can be quite good, but let's stop here because we have ignition. We're gonna have the first game coming on soon.
Ashton loaded first. What?
New computer buff.
What?
New computer
What?
buff.
Are you kidding me? Ashton did it. He finally did it. All right. Let's kick off Nekomata Cup.
We're gonna have here the first game here, best of 3 between X-Crash and Bustes, as I just decided. Oh my god, okay, this is. Sorry, I'm just gonna adjust the sound.
sorry, there was a chaos pick. I had to be unhappy about it.
No, it was just the chaos pick that was way too loud for the stream, so sorry for the ears of all the viewers. Um, we're gonna have YOLO on Mr. Buzz here. First game, taking YOLO, and Turnix going for the cartel. Early aggression coming out for Mr. Buzz and Turnix with that early economy. Ashton going for the greed, and X-God going for chaos here. No punch up, but still going for the chaos. Looks like he is preferring that um, to counter the potential long saves.
I think X-God and Chaos is a very good combination because X-God never pushes workers anyways, and that's how you play with Chaos, and then you have the best roll, have an answer for every wave, and then you just win the game.
Yep,
So I think he's going for that play.
maybe, and we are seeing that the players are still not sending. I mean, Turnix
Oh
and
my
Mr. Buzz are
lord.
sending the king ups, but Ashton and X-God still yet to decide if they want to send or not here.
I think Ashton will king up, yeah. And Ashton skillfully rolled Pota with Mask and Steed, so that's very good. 0 weak waves. And X-God will transition into something with 0 weak waves in due time with his Chaos, so I think they are pretty much set. And the only aggressive spell is Counterattack, which of course can be dangerous for the Pota with Mask because of wave 12, where you are not insanely strong at least. But I think Ashton will find a way, especially given that, you know, he has Leviathan in his role, and X-God will probably prepare for 12 pretty early on.
Yeah, and we do have a Snell for income here for Mr. Buzz. Got that with the leak of X-God. And no 6 workers as of yet because there were. I mean, Mr. Buzz could have attempted it, I think. I think he had enough. No, he did not have enough. Sorry about that.
No, I
I mean,
mean, X got saved on one. You can't go 6 workers into
true,
a save on one.
true. And he keeps saving here. I did forget he was saving here, and he's hitting up the 60 Mithium, and that's gonna be X-God putting the pressure on Mr. Buzz already here.
Yeah, and Mr. Buzz doesn't get the Fire Aqua because he didn't go full all in on the X-God is skipping wave 2, because usually you don't skip 2 when you start Windhawk. You get 40 in income and then you send a DT on wave 2.
Yep.
Which he didn't do.
So he didn't do that, but X-God is going for the Fiend instead, and that's going to be quite good against the Gate Guard of Mr. Buzz here. What is going to be his answer here with 105 gold to build? You can go for a Consort and a Buzz, but might not be the best here.
Yeah, and Ashton already 7 workers being enabled by X-God, as per usual.
Yeah, and also enabled by the fact that Mr. Buzz did go for the Snell on 2 here.
Yeah.
If he would have saved here and go for a 60 on wave 3, then he wouldn't have been in a position to go 7 workers. But this is an 80 cent from for Mr. Buzz here to handle. He kills the Fiend. He's gonna kill a little bit of the wave, but it is not going to be a clear. It's gonna be an approximately 70% leak here on his wave. 72.
Yeah, pretty good guess.
But X got leaking 40% as well on this side, but he's gonna take that for the 7 workers of Ashton this early on.
Yeah, and he has 6 workers while Mr. Buzz had 5 the entire wave. But at least Turnix is covering, so no king damage to be had. And Mr. Buzz is saving on Ashton. He has identified that X-God is doing everything to make Ashton scale and he's trying to counteract it, but I'm not sure if it's not already too late, because with the 7 workers on wave 3, Ashton is already like giga comfy ahead in this game.
Yeah, but does Ashton have an answer for? I mean, he's gonna answer me. He has an answer for 5. He's gonna go for a mix of Buckler and Mask here on wave 4. And that's gonna be enabling him to have an answer for wave 5. The important part here is to have a split, a melee split on wave 5 for the Poda. But talking about problems here, wave 4, Gate Guard and Consort not doing too well here for Mr. Buzz.
He shifted for Harbinger, didn't expect the resend, and X got caught him red-handed, and now he's feeling really bad because without sending, he doesn't even get the Harbinger now. I mean, of course he doesn't need it, he can get Fire Aqua if he wants, but still, it kind of feels bad. Oh, he's sending here, I don't like this. I think we're in... Why is he getting a Pilgrim? Can you please get a Fire Elemental? Oh, okay, well.
I think the send here would have been fine if the send would have been a Cannoneer. rather than a Brute Lizard. Like the
I
Brute
think
Lizard was an
Cannoneer.
income, so
Yeah, I think the Cannoneer goes right though always. So Ashen is probably just fine, and then he can push after.
yeah. But the logic is that you get the full income, right? Like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
say, I
I
need the income,
understand.
and I just forget about the sand and I just go there. But Xgod is receiving 102, and against Serpent that can often be quite good. But the split is good with the Hardened Mudman.
Yeah, he's fine. He rolled Mudman for 4 and added it preparing for 5, which is a very good play. Ashen is probably just gonna hold or leak the Brood, if at all.
It's looking good, it's looking good. And we
Yeah.
do have a hold here. And Ashton at 9 workers, but so is Turnix here.
Yeah,
So
but
turn
Ashton is greed and has a role. Now he's 10 workers, and he has the role that scales insanely well, while Turnix is Cartel and doesn't have the most insane late game role, I would say.
yeah, so we definitely have currently an advantage for Ashton and X-God in this game going further into the game. So what wave are you looking for if you're Mr. Buzz and Turnix here? Because you need to get an advantage out of your cartel and YOLO here.
I think the only. I mean, I would say against Ashton, it's either 9 or 10. But 9 is kinda impossible given that X-God already has a Mudman, so it almost has to be a long save till wave 10. But even if you do that and get damage, there's just Savior in the game. So this game feels already incredibly hard, especially given that Turnix leaks the 60 income sent by Ashton.
Oof, yeah, I mean, he played it risky with the Sky Queen. It is understandable. Looks like he wanted to get for the boar for wave 7, which would have been a good one. And he's going to get it anyhow here with the income sent.
Yeah, but now he's giving up the pressure, and that's kind of a problem because now X-God has free reign to starve Mr. Buzz out for as long as he wants, and then Mr. Buzz will never have significant enough pressure on Ashton to really threaten him with his role and position in the game.
Yeah, currently what's going good for Turnix and Mr. Buzz is that the courier of X-God is probably not sniping any range mercenaries anytime soon. So that's a plus, right? That's something you can look for.
That is a plus, but it also means that the coiler will always be on the wave, and especially on wave 10, that means you can't really distract the coiler with ranged sense. So the only way to leak X-God is by sending a huge tank so that the coiler gets focused early by the boss, and I'm not sure if we get enough Mythium for that.
And we're gonna have here a wave 8 send. And Mr. Buzz did stay low workers for that. He's on value, but he still has a Harbinger. But I think with the magic damage of the Pilgrim, he has a chance of doing well on this wave against the Mole.
Yeah, Penny, Mole on 8, hello? Penny, can we get a comment on that in the chat, please? What are we thinking about the Boodadoo guy on wave 8 into Fire Elemental? Well, let's see how strong it is. Does the Fire Elemental survive the left-hand side, or does it just die? Oh!
Survive! Survive! Survive!
Zieh, Junge, zieh!
It
Oh!
lives!
Oh!
It's alive!
The perfect aggro.
But talking about not being alive here, the Sky Queen is not long for this world. It's gonna be a small leak here on turn X, but still doing quite well.
I think that's kinda good because they want to go 10, so long waves are good, and this is a league that is super small, so it just gives them a long wave. I think that's very good for them.
Yeah, that's very good. And Ashton, I think he needs to start re-rolling for an answer for 10. I think that's
He
gonna be his
already
focus.
rerolled. No, he did not reroll. What? What am I talking about?
Yeah, just watch at the overlay.
Yeah, no, I thought he rerolled on one, but I'm blind. It's okay. Well, yeah, maybe he should reroll and just reroll Halo.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows that if you shout loud enough for the unit you want in the reroll, you're gonna get it. But looks like he didn't get it here because he has used his reroll, and his roll just changed into a nightmare.
Well, I mean, Nightmare is kinda good on 10, but not in the combination with Pota. So, yeah. Well,
So-
it will be X-God, but X-God, the chaos player that he is, the man, the myth, the legend, he did
Oh.
it. He's so good at the game. He rolled Berserker for 10. Lovely.
Rolls the Zerker on 10, and the Send on 10 is coming from Mr. Buzz and Turnix. And what
But
do
he
we
just
have
gets
here?
this.
No Zerkers.
Yeah. Yeah, he just thinks that Trinity Archer is better, and I probably agree with him.
I mean, yeah, it's better for his role. However, with the mold present, there is a chance that the split shots kind of hurts him a little bit. The front line is not too
Yeah.
great here. The caller will be sniped early on X-God, so maybe there's still a leak on his side. Ashton on his side probably leaking the whole
Oh
way.
yeah, he's leaking. Well, if he's somewhat lucky, he will snipe the ogre at some point, but it doesn't look like it. So he's gonna leak the boss on like half HP or like 3k HP and an ogre. But he's fine with that, like he's the highest workers in the game. It would be better if his teammate decided not to Waldo him, but unfortunately X-God decided to Waldo him and leak to the smaller send with the better build.
I
Because
mean,
he didn't build the Berserker he skillfully rolled.
he leaked 243 HP on the boss, so definitely fine for them. Also, Mr. Buzz leaked a little bit here to the income send. So, is it worth it? I mean, they got king damage, so that's a plus.
That's a plus, but they didn't get
Ooh.
enough. Is it a counter attack? Hex got going counter attack. Okay,
mean-
I didn't expect that.
If he goes counter attack, I wouldn't build a Mudman, but he kind of needs to build a Mudman for next wave, so it's kind of an awkward situation for him.
Yeah, I don't know why they are going counter attack on Ashton and X God.
And
I
not
think
going Savior. It's the team with full HP that goes Savior.
that is 5-head.
I mean,
egg.
that is because he's going egg.
I mean,
Isn't it just killing themselves on 12 though?
yes, yeah. That's what's happening.
I mean,
mean,
maybe
they
they
are
just want to force 12 because Turnix is so strong on 12 with Boar and Sky Queen. But he still
Yeah.
has a baby Berserker, so it's not the best value.
I mean, the thing is, even if they hold on 12 on Turnix and Mr. Buzz leaks the entire wave, X-God and Ashen are fine with this. I mean, Mr. Buzz and Turnix, they try to save longer now and do like their usual mid-game zero worker push long save kind of gameplay. And maybe Ashen and X-God expected this and that's why they picked the counter attack. But it still seems super risky considering they are far ahead in this game. And Turnix is not reading this. He's getting a Fatalizer and will just be...
Oof. Yeah, that's gonna be a leak
Yeah.
on Turnix here.
That's gonna be a I immediately regret my decision ping. Oh,
I mean, did he have a better option? Yeah, he had another board to build. He had a Leviathan on the Sky Queen. Leviathan, Sky Queen on 13 is no jokes too, so that could have been a good preparation too.
I think they just all end on the we don't get a send here kind of thing. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, they did get a send here.
X got pinging the
And-
Fatalizer. Fatalizer tanking for the Edge Chef. Not the best situation you want to be in. And that's gonna be a leak on turn X. That's gonna be a leak on Mr. Buzz. They are gonna take king damage, and it's not
Oh,
gonna be
no.
enough, I don't think.
Oh no. No, it's not enough, but it's just the amount of gold already makes this super worth it for Ashen and X-God.
Yeah, because
And
now
they
you just
don't
have
have a weak wave.
yeah, you
as
just have
well.
an easy line to go 14 now because you have Pilgrim on Mr. Buzz and you have Fortified Nature on Turnix. So
Yeah.
And
I
Mr.
think
Buzz
we have a problem now if we're Mr. Buzz and Turnix.
yeah, I mean they want 15. That's probably what they were aiming for. Despite seeing the Poda, because you just sent Kraken and you're gonna be doing fine against an Azeria normally.
Yeah, but I think that's what they were aiming for. Like prepping 13, baiting the 13 send, and then going 15. But X-God and Ashton seem to be reading them very well and just sending 12, and that just wins the game.
Yeah, and now
Like
the
this-
income situation too. Look at the income situation. Ashton here, double the income of Mr. Buzz, double the income of Turnix.
Yeah.
It's not
And they are
looking
not
too
even
good.
worried here, right? They were
Yeah.
preparing 14. I think X-God built 2 Badgers or something. Like, we're not... Yeah. I don't think there's anything that Mr. Buzz and Turnix can do to win this game. I wonder if 14 cents are coming out by Ashton and X-God? Yeah. Looks like Income King is the call.
Income King on 14. So they were afraid here. Okay, so hear me out. Does this enable 16 for Mr. Buzz and Turnix?
It might, but I don't see Ashton and X-God dying on 16, and I don't think if they don't die to the next send,
Oof.
the game is always over. And I'm not convinced Mr. Buzz and Turnix are holding here to the Income King.
Yeah, and Ashton is gaining value, by the way.
Yeah, that's how he plays. I mean, Mr. Buzz is 14 workers, which is not a lot for wave 14.
I mean, the early game was rough for Mr. Buzz. I think that if they want to go for those long saves, he needs to adjust that for sure in the future games. This game is looking very grim, very not really too hot here because we have a leak on Mr. Buzz, we have a leak on Turnix, and this is this game to income Sam? Drake shame?
It might be.
Drake
They
shame?
might have. They were Drake shamed for sure. This might be game 2 Income King, which is not like ideal to lose a game to an Income King send. Oh, tenacity, tenacity, tenacity. Easy. But now they have to send here, and Mr. Buzz is sending a Needler into the area, so Ashton is just gonna snack on that send. And then the game is just over.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean...
no, he's preparing 16. He's preparing 16.
Oh.
Oh.
I mean that's what we thought would happen with the Sun on 14. But I mean,
Yeah, you can't read them. You can't read Mr. Buzz. I'm telling you, you can't read him. It's impossible.
Yeah, but it's Income King again, and it's still a very awkward value on Mr. Buzz and Turnix.
Yeah, but I think they are fine. I mean, Mr. Buzz should hold with his chieftains.
You should be holding. Let's see how the Sun is doing. Mass preparation for Ashton will still do some work here, but the steeds are going down, so the Azaria DPS goes down, but there's no wave.
He's just holding anyway.
There's no wave remaining, and on X-God, he's gonna leak. But we discussed how Ashton...
Counter-attack! Counter-attack value! 5-head. He knew he was gonna leak 15. He knew it all along.
He knew it. And I mean, we discussed at the beginning of the game how if you get past 15 and you're against Ashton, when do you leak him? We're in that kind of situation now.
Mr. Buzz is suiciding onto Ashton. I don't know when they want to go. I guess 17.
Yeah, they want 17, but it turns out X-God, Leviathan, Trinity Archer, strong split.
Yeah, he's not looking weak on 17. And I don't think that Turnix is holding because Ashton is on 40 workers almost already, 36. And, you know, Turnix has good units, but he's only on 3.7k value and will be on like 4.4k or something, with like 8 Green Devils or something, which, in my experience, aren't the best units on 17.
Yeah. But, I mean, it is the only play for Mr. Buzz and Turnix at this point. They are so far behind. They tried to make the miracle. They tried to have the insane hopium that you have Boar and they don't send 17. But they are sending.
That's weird. I thought you can't send on 17 into Boars.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Turnix and Mr. Buzz were hoping. We hold? Guys? We cover?
Secret card farming. Hello.
We cover. Hello. Cover. Hold. King. Where are you, King? King. Where's the king? The king is no longer here. Dying to know. I mean, it was coming. We knew it was coming. But we were kind of hoping to see the 17 still, but not happening here on this.
Well, Maybe next game.
maybe next game, and I mean, it was a rough one for Mr. Boss and Turnix, but it's all about that early game. Like,
Yeah.
Ashton rolling that Poda mask and Mr. Buzz leaking 3 and 4. Uh, it really put a stop to what they were planning here. Mr. Buzz tried to be innovative with his Sand against Poda. That's normally how you catch them, but Ashton just reading that, okay, you just want to long save me? I'm just gonna early push here in 7 workers already, enabled by his mask present in his role. Very, very good for Ashton. So it is going to be one game up for X Crash.
Yeah.
But now, looking at this game, we have a little bit a better idea of what's going on. I don't think we were wrong onto the tendencies of each players. Um, but now, what do Mr. Buzz and Turnex needs to change to maybe have a better chance here in this game too?
I think they were on the right track, but it was kind of unfortunate. Mr. Buzz was playing an opening, relying on getting a king up on wave 1, and he didn't get it, so he kind of fell behind there. I think if, he has a different role and doesn't lose that coin flip early on, and Ashton doesn't roll Pota Mask, then they will be in a very good spot to get their game rolling, where they have the pressure advantage the early game and the mid game, and then they can definitely do some damage. I kind of think that we saw that they are willing to take big gambles mid game, which is probably how they have to play, considering they are significantly lower elo. And I like that they're confident and ready to take these gambles. So I definitely think they can take at least a game of Ashton and XGod if things go their way. So I'm curious to see if they can pull it off.
Yeah, I mean, you are right that they are willing to take the gamble, and as I said, just you've learned that Xgod is often enabling Ashton in this game, so
Yeah.
just work off of that. We're gonna have also different send order. Mr. Buzz is going to send to Xgod this game, and so this is looking like what they wanted was Mr. Buzz sending to Xgod all along. And we'll see if in game 2 it's going to make a difference or not.
Yeah, I'm telling them we're ready.
Yep.
I don't know if Mr. Buzz it's better for Mr. Buzz to send it to X Squad or not. Maybe, might be.
I mean, we discussed about how he's getting if he's getting a long save. Normally, he has a tendency to stay low worker. So maybe they just want to play onto Turnix being higher workers. And we did see last game that he was keeping up in workers with Ashton. It's just he didn't have the build to support it that well. But enough speculation. We're gonna have to see what happens in game. Game number 2 soon to start here.
Once Turnix manages to load, he's taking the Ashton role. Someone has to load very, very slowly into the game to make it more epic, and Turnix is doing this. Good job.
Yeah, I mean, it's working because now we can just hype the match up even more here than we had, and we are in it here. Game number 2 here, 1-0 for yeah, 1-0 for XGod and Ashton. Sorry, I was just making sure that my overlay was fine, but yeah, it is.
Yeah. How do two people pick YOLO when there's blessing in the game? Hello? Where's the lock-in Pota? Hello?
It's because XGod is doing it. That's the XGod special. XGod always lock in Pota when there is that divine blessing, and he's keeping up the tradition here with him picking the Pota. And guess what? Guess what, Julian? What did he roll in his Pota roll?
Mask! Woo! And Halo! Yeah! Good! Well played! Good job, XGod!
There is an option for him to go 3 and Berserker also, but Halo's so much more solid when you have Mask. So
Yeah.
definitely going for Poda Mask Halo in his role. Let's see what he's gonna be.
He did not pick the Halo, and he's picking the Berserker instead. My lord.
I mean,
Big mistake.
he didn't need some tanks, but when you're playing Poda Mask, the masks are the tanks.
No, don't. No. Can we not play Sakura and Fiesta?
Sakura, Fiesta, X-God lock-in, Poda mask, 7 workers again? Is that what's happening?
Oh my lord. I really dislike the Sakura Fiesta, sorry. Because it's like he also had other options. You have
Yeah.
Berserker with Chained Fist, you have an Oathbreaker start if you want. You have options. Like you didn't have to go Sakura and you give up all the pressure, your lowest workers, and
It's
you are
long
always
waves.
you're always in danger that your teammate is killing your Sakura as well. I
Yeah.
really dislike it.
And it's not the best Fiesta opener as well. Veteran, Pee-wee
Yeah. No.
is one of the weakest because you have so many weak waves with that. You need a bit backline DPS, and what's the backline DPS for Turnix? It's Ranger, which is not the best. So
And what does he do on this wave? He has a veteran, he has a Peewee, and he can add one more Peewee.
he's gonna have the Pee-wee. Trying
Yeah.
to be innovative here and try to have some Pee-wees like other known players. First one being Vederson. Did have a big Pee-wee, but didn't know how to use it, it looks like. Little bro tried it also on last Nova Cup. But now Turnix
Yeah.
says, I know how to use it, and he did not add on this wave, and that's gonna be a little leak.
Yeah, and I wonder if, Ashton potentially could have sent a DT here, after income of course, or at least double snail, and then I think the Sakura would have died in cover zone. Like this, I'm not sure. I think like this, it barely survives. Right?
It should. It should.
Right?
It
Yeah,
should.
it does. Okay, good.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good. Ashton getting an 80 cent here? Nope. The Canadian Starve. It has begun. We
Canadian
have
Star.
0 income, 90 Mythium, wave 3.
Look
And
what's happening here on the lane of X-God. How many workers does he have?
yes, I think the answer is yes.
Uh,
And
uh,
this is all enabled by Mr. Buzz being Sakura.
and how
Oh,
many workers did Ashen have last game?
yeah, 7 on wave 3. Yeah, and
How
there's a
did
6 listed.
game 1 go for Mr. and Turnix?
Yeah, it did not go. It did not go so well. Approximately as well as it goes when I play with Penny and he rolls Angler.
I mean, I like the attempt. I like the switch to Fiesta. It's just that the openers are
Yeah.
problematic. When you're playing Fiesta, the openers are all that more important. And it's still a mode on 4.
Yeah, it is a mole on 4, and I do not think Ashton is holding it, but he does have Consort in his role, and Pilgrim, so I think he will just leak the mole and kill everything else if he does position pro. No, can you
Oh,
not?
hello?
Can you? I
Uh,
wish.
uh,
Okay. So
dude.
he's either cooking the most insane hold with the most insane aggro I've ever seen, or he's outright inting. I wonder which one it is.
Uh,
Mm,
I don't know what's
mm,
the answer here. But this is a
um,
140 walking into
um,
into Ashton's lane, and X-God just pinging everything. Uh,
uh,
I mean, there's a split aggro, but we do have an interesting aggro here for the Oathbreaker.
yeah, backline Oathbreaker.
It's not thinking.
Well, now it is.
Okay, that's well, he's doing well. And X-God, did he receive a send?
Yeah, X-God did get a Fiend, but yeah. Jesus, I think with a Consort he just holds. But
Yeah,
like this is totally fine for him. Now he can hunt, full push hunt, and yeah.
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 And
Well,
now what do we do for wave 7 if you're Mr. Buzz?
you get a Hellraiser on wave 6, and then pray that it carries you. But I don't think there's a lot you can do. I think this is already looking so bad. On ladder, I would happily minus FF this.
Yeah, I mean, on wave 4 the mold is not really
Yeah,
not
it's
really
not
the
a good.
best sand. I think if you go Cannoneer, you most likely get a similar lane. leak, but you get the DT maybe. So maybe slight adjustment could have been made here, but 100 Cent comes into Turnix lane, and he's
Yeah,
not doing too bad.
no, this is a fine Fiesta league, but he's on 8 workers, and when you do this with Fiesta, you're supposed to be highest workers in the game.
Yeah,
But yeah, he may not be the highest workers in the game.
it's kind of hard to do to be highest worker when there's Potomask on the enemy team.
Yeah, 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 that's true.
And the
Mr.
Potomask receives from Sakura player, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But at least the Sakura player hasn't lost to Sakura so far, so he's in a decent spot in this game. But it's still going to be incredibly hard for him to carry this, because next wave he will lose the Sakura probably to the income sent by Ashen. Ashen is actually saving Mythium. This is also probably the first time I've seen this in my entire life.
It's a
But on wave
more common occurrence on the ladder now.
Yeah, yeah, he's a little tryhard now. But I think Mr. Buzz is in deep trouble, especially if there's, say, a Mimic coming into his lane, which Ashton may have the perfect Mythium for. But he might also just send Cannoneer and some Snails because it's Ashton. You never know.
I mean, we'll see. Income is often the name of the game,
Nope.
but it is going to be the Mimic here, recognizing the small units and also the Swift Armor on Mr. Buzz. Yeah.
Oh,
That's a high split, Mr. Buzz.
yeah, I think you need to make your mask tank more than he does. And
Yeah,
I
now,
think...
now the Sakurai is just tanking nothing.
Yeah, and the saving might just be for next game, even though Stimped Veteran is really, really strong, and Veteran in general is pretty strong on 7, and we have 2 Stimped Veterans on 7.
Whoa, that's whew.
Oh,
I mean,
the Veterans defending themselves?
are
Are they
they?
killing the Brood?
Will they?
Kill the Brood? Ah,
No!
almost. Almost. He's doing pretty well, and Mr. Buzz is leaking only the Mimic.
But when you
So-
invest 40 gold that you will
Yeah.
never see again, and leak
This
a little bit of gold too,
Fiesta. Like, in theory, this is not too bad for Mr. Buzz and Turnix, because they have a lot of Mythium now, and now
Ooh.
there comes the counter punch. The question is just, can X-God actually leak with Pota Mask on wave 8?
I mean, if he
Pota Mask Green
shifts,
Temple. Yeah, I don't think he will shift. I think Ashton is going to be scared, and Ashton will leak to the Ghost Knight because he doesn't have a good solution for it.
but you just sent, and you have Berserker as an answer for 10, so going Azeria is probably the option for X-God, because apart from Azeria, the Wave 9 options are not too good, but it's Shadow Dancer on Ashton.
He also rolled the Halo, so if he predicted the Ghost Knight, this would have been so good.
He might still leak.
Oh! Is this dying? Did
It's
he
dying,
int it?
it's dying, it's dying.
Oh!
There's the Mimic too. Oh, I'm lagging. Oh my god, that is not good. Okay, we're good, we're good. Oh my god, oh, it's sniping the mask! It's eating! It's eating! It's alive! 21 gold here. 24, and Ashton leaking 92% too to the Ghost Knight. And that is the beginning of the road here for...
Oh, this is so good for Mr. Buzz and Turnix.
Okay, but now
This is so good.
it's debate. They want to finish 10 because there's Divine Blessing, there's a Poda. They want to finish 10.
Yeah, they want to.
But
There's Berserker.
there is Berserker.
X-God is shifting 140 gold here, so he can add the Fatalizer from nothing, which is really good. But they are like seriously behind on X-God and Ashton now. This is super dangerous for them. This was such a misplay. Holy shit. I think if the Pota lives,
Yeah.
because he adds more in the split, he just outright holds.
Yep. It's all
Or
about the
leaks
Poda,
only
right?
Mimic. Yeah. Oh my lord.
Okay, we do have income sent here against Mr. Boss on this wave. How many stacks did he lose? Did he only lose the one on 7? No, he lost the one on 8 too, it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's fine. You don't really care too much about that as long as you deal damage. And he's pushing like a maniac now. I think they go for a 10 play, which is probably the best play they can go for.
But will it work?
Turnix is going for a Molly. I don't think Ashton X-God gets Fatalizer out.
They're
Don't
not
they
going.
just save? Okay.
There's Lone, however. There's Lone, there's Lizard Army, there's a Dread Knight.
Yeah,
I mean, the only play I see is 12 here. Like, yes, there's a Dread
Yeah.
Knight, but on 12 you can run it down with Mass Ogres. But you kinda bet on them picking alone, and you take this army, you leak 11. There's a lot of
Yeah.
things that needs to go your way if they want that to work.
Yeah. But I mean, Mr. Buzz is 17 workers. This might work, and he's getting Ascent here, which he will probably hold. So he
True.
might push even more. And Turnix is leaking small or holding. Ashton added a Halo for 10, so he's holding. But Halo is not known for its prowess on wave 12. We have a Pro League here.
Is 12 coming? I do
I
hope
mean,
for Mr. Buzz and Turnix that we see the 12 because there's Lone in the game.
X-God is taking Blessing over Lone for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, that's for sure.
I think Ashton actually wants Blessing as well over Lone. I think this unit with Blessing is so strong that it's worth it.
Okay, we see that there's the army, they skip 11.
There is the Blessing. Oh, Blessing. It has to be 12.
Yep, it looks like 12. Double
Turnix
Blessing.
did not build. Turnix is not building, so he wants to leak here, which is good. Mr. Buzz is adding a Sakura when they try to end the game on wave 12.
Value?
Which I should not comment on, probably.
No, you say value.
Yeah, he's valuing up for next game. Sure. Anyway, let's see how it works. I mean, X-God and Ashton have a lot of value. Like, Ashton is almost on value.
With Divine
With-
Blessing.
Divine Blessing on this unit. The question is, with Income King, does he get out the big Donkey Kong? Because if he does, I think he might just hold 12.
It's just the frontline situation for Ashton is not there for the Dread Knights, so Mass Ogres does run it down.
Yeah. And our X-God and Turnix, Mr. Buzz and Turnix sending, here they are. And this is the Pro League that
It's
we were
4
talking
eyes.
about. Very good.
Why are we doing 4 eyes? There's no big tanks. Okay, there's one on Ashton, but on X-God?
Yeah, I'm not convinced. But maybe it's genius. Turnix?
Bitches.
Oh my lord. Like, why does he not send? Like, he has 7 years to send. Can he not? Oh, he's suiciding. He's full swing.
Ooh.
Okay. Nice. I think that's a good play if you're trying to end the game. But, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Value.
Let's see. I mean, I think Ashton holds, to be honest. And if Ashton holds, he can cover a lot in mid.
Yeah,
And then they
that's the
don't
problem.
die, and then the game is very much open again. It's all gonna come down to the DK.
I mean, it opens up 14. Yes, Turnix leaks here, probably. But Exxon and Ashton will probably skip 13 and go 14. And if it's a race on 14 and X-God loses as Divine, then maybe they have a chance.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, DK is getting focused by the Frogos now. But it's still just, it's spawning! It's happening!
Mr. Buzz and Turnix are
What?
both leaking here too.
It's happening! Oh no, it lives!
No, it
died.
Okay,
It
okay,
died.
the both Divines are
But
gone.
it's fine.
Resend is
Yeah, but-
possible or 14. Is it 14 race?
It has, I mean, I don't know. Like, this is so much damage. This is so bad. Oh no.
Oof.
Uh,
I mean, oh, it's the resend.
oh, recent. Yeah, but is Ashton pushing workers or is he
He's
just?
treasure
Oh,
hunting.
he's not expecting. Pegasus. And he's minus 200, and this is sort of...
X-God's on value, and that's a strong way for him.
Yeah, and he adjusted his split properly, so he's just gonna easy hold and cover, and then 14 is just... the game is just over.
And they go for
Post
the
income
resend, but
yeah.
Mr. Buzz is not pushing. He's at 548 gold in the bank right now.
Yeah, which is a weird play because
Turnix is just leaking everything.
Yeah. Ah. Opportunity missed.
Does this work? It doesn't look like it's gonna work against X-God, that's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, X-God holds. Ashton might leak small. Because his main Dread Knight is dying now, but he's only leaking a Witch and, you know, some stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and now they don't have any pressure, and the Send 14 is surely coming. And Mr. Buzz, even if he manages to hold, right?
Yeah.
Like, best case scenario, he holds. He will... Oh, do they die to no Send again?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Probably not. But, like, even then, Mr. Buzz will never full cover the leak from Turnix, so the game always ends next. And X-God hasn't pushed a single worker. He's not leaking next. So
yeah, I mean, X-God recognizes like I don't need workers to leak that guy.
to leak the guy with 1400 value. Yeah, I think he's right. He might be right on that one.
I think there was a chance if Mr. Buzz and Turnix skips wave 13 and go for a race on wave 14, but
Schnert! Schnert!
Huh? I mean, there's a lot of value on that lioness.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, we almost had the Schnert lioness in Nekomata Cup. Thank goodness.
Alright, so let's see here. Mr. Buzz, it's all about you on this side. Do you hold? Probably with double Heron scale here at Sakura both living. Ashton looks decent, plus 50. And well, X-God, we just assume he holds, right?
Yeah, and Mr.
Ashton
Buzz
holds. And oh wait, Mr. Buzz doesn't hold. What? Okay.
Yeah, he had no counter to the Ghost Knight.
And that's
GG's.
gonna
Nice
be
try.
a 2-0 for X-God, and Ashton here advancing to the best of 5 semi-final. We're gonna know shortly what is his opponent, but there was hope this game. There was hope.
Oh yeah. There was the wave 8. After wave 8 I thought Turnix and Mr. Buzz kind of were ahead. And then not sending 10 is kinda questionable, I think. And going for the 12 play was even more questionable. But if you go for it, you have to send correctly, and I don't think the sends were correct.
That's the thing. If you go for a long save, the send needs to be the best possible. But yeah, for 4-eye against X-God, what are you aiming with the 4-eyes? If the sends are like shuffled, then maybe it's slightly better, but I do think that the ogres on Ashton would have been the better option to overrun the Dread Knight spawning. Of course, it can backfire, and witches are somewhat safer into assuring constant DPS. But overall, if you want to go for the ending, you need to go for the risky send. If you're full pushing, you need to also send after income to maximize the potential and not try to get the maximum income you can with the Hermit that does basically nothing on this wave. Those are the little things that you need to consider too.
Yeah.
But overall, still well played to be in a position to maybe take a game to Ashton and X-God. It's always a little bit more difficult when you are paired with someone that you're not used to play with.
Oh yeah.
And I do think that in this game they've shown a little bit more strength. They've learned from the game 1, and I think it is still very good that they attempted that wave 12 ending here.
Yeah, I think it's what they did very well in this series is they played without fear. They really looked for, okay, what do we want to do, and then what do we need to do this, and then they went for it. Of course, there were some mistakes made, but they did not like commitment. They didn't hesitate despite being in the tournament, and they kind of played well together, I think. Like, there were no miscommunications or something, which can very easily happen when you're not used to playing together.
Yep, and I am currently looking, and looks like all the games here were finished.
Yeah.
We are gonna have I Don't Know, which is Drasher and Lucy, going on to the semifinal against X Crash. And we are going to have on the other side of the bracket #1, that's gonna be against For Fun in the semifinals.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let to the players know that we will focus on #1 and For Fun for the second round.
Yeah, I agree.
So you can maybe discuss a little bit about those teams while I
Okay. First, I want to note that they didn't report the game result, XGod. So I'm going to ping him. And yeah, so semifinals, King Dance and Saiyajin, they have played together in one tournament, I think, which was a Masters Cup, which they won. They played a very interesting style, where they did the quote-unquote leapfrogging, where one of them sent for a leak and the other one was high workers and skipped the wave and then had tons of pressure for the next wave. I'm not sure if this works very well in the current meta, but I'm not scared that Saiyajin and King Dance will figure out something that works for them, even in current meta. They are always like super scary, especially King Dance, of course, the greatest of all time, winning a lot of tournaments. And I'm very curious to see if Adamus and Isolde can play well together. I think they played the second to last Nova Cup together, where they played very well on day one and then had some unfortunate situations happen to them in semis, I think. And they signed up solo, so that's kind of funny that they got paired together again. But I think
no, they sign up together at the end.
Really? So aha! So Adamus ditched his solo queue thing. Ah, what a pussy, man.
I mean, yeah, it's just that the thing that happened is that Genome is early in the morning like me. He's the same time zone, and he was like, I don't want to say I'm gonna be there, so I'm just gonna try and wake up and cheat my mind into thinking that I still have school, and it did work. That's why he signed up with Adams here. So the brain of Genome was cheated, and we're gonna see if this is gonna affect his gameplay here this early in the morning.
Yeah, I don't know. Genome seems to be someone that gets up early pretty regularly, so I think he'll be fine. But I'm curious to see if Adamus and Genome can play well together. I think they did okay in the Nova Cup, but I'm not sure if they practiced for this tournament, so will be interesting to see. And I'm going to be vomiting very heavily because Adamus loves to abuse his chaos, and I really hate it. And King Dance as well, so... and no conquest, so they can just abuse chaos the entire series. Oh.
I mean, last game, even if there wasn't chaos, we did see conquest. Sorry, we did see somewhat of a conquest because they didn't pick the same thing twice.
Yeah.
I think that the players also prefer that, so maybe it just comes naturally, but they can of course take the same mastermind if they want to as well. So what are the winning conditions here? I mean, we know Saya loves his Fiesta, but there's a huge thing is that his Fiesta doesn't really have positive win rate the last time I checked. It might have changed recently, but even if you like a mastermind and you have below 50% win rate with it, it can be tricky to pull off in a tournament.
Oh, his Fiesta is now his fourth best mastermind option at 52.7% win rate.
Oh, okay. Okay, okay, then he can
So
use it, no problem. He's gonna abuse it. He's gonna destroy the opposition with it. But no, I mean the thing with the Fiesta of Cyanogen is that he doesn't fear the leaks early, and that
yeah,
can be problematic because that means you have a weak wave if you're his ally. Don't care. I'm gonna leak. I need to focus on my workers and get ahead. And that's the big thing that explains the win rate of Cyanogen on Fiesta is that he plays focused on himself on the early game. You need to cover yourself, and if you're not able to do that, then we're gonna lose the game. But that's no matter. I need to play Fiesta like this if I want to be relevant in the mid game.
yeah, I think that's kind of fine, but I don't think he should be playing like that with King Dance, because King Dance is. If I think about these two players, and this is not meant in any negative way towards Cyanogen, I think I would prefer King Dance to be in the carry role if I had to pick, because King Dance is just like a fucking. He's just a god, right? But I think it's good if they can switch it up, because everyone will expect King Dance to be in the carry position. So maybe Cyanogen picking Fiesta is a good idea? I don't know.
I
It's
mean,
a
I think it's a
question.
valid strategy to go for the Fiesta. I think King Dance can do it too. So there's a lot of stuff that can work with that. There's also Isolde that can use it quite well.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Adams though, I don't think he uses it. Um, I think he prefers his chaos, he prefers his stability, he prefers to control his build. Because you know that he has a buff with chaos that he controls the rolls he gets with it. Um,
Yeah.
so that's what I see in Adams is that he wants control. He doesn't want to make too much happen in the early game, reach the mid game, and he's gonna make it work after that. So that's normally how he approaches the game. Um, and so if the early game is stable, Adams and Isolde can make something happen in the mid game for sure.
Oh
But
yeah.
that's where the Fiesta can really change that for Cyanogen and King Dance here.
Absolutely. I think both teams can play very, very well, and I think I wouldn't give a strong advantage to either side. I'm hoping for a really close series, but the series also can really, really snowball in one favor, because if you lose one game and get slightly tilted, or you get thrown off your game slightly, then it's very easy to lose the second one as well. And then, once you're down 2-0, it's very easy to lose hope. I think they are all very experienced, so I hope that's not gonna happen. But it happens easier than you think.
Yeah. And I see the players slowly coming into the the lobby. King
Yeah,
Dance
this
is
bro
worried
fell
for
asleep.
Isolde a little bit, but I think we're gonna be fine. I think he's gonna join soon. Um, I think that I don't know how the viewers liked, or I've seen the video I prepared for the stream. So while we wait for the players to finish joining up, I think I'll just replay this, and we're gonna be right back with explanation. It's just a minute, just to let us maybe watch a little bit
Rest
of
our
things.
voices.
Yeah, I mean, rest a little bit and also check some things in the background to see if everything's working. So we'll be right back, guys, and have fun with the video.
Yeah. Julian, though, burnt das Brot. Yeah. Oh, Widdowson. Uh-oh. King Dance, he's leaking comfortably 90%. Widdowson's a Sovereign does pop off, but it's not enough. It's 95%. I think the game's just over. And Isolde with the clutch hold. ball shift on wave 13. It is paying off extremely well for him. He's not going to hold, but man, he's doing really well here. Tryhards are out, and this was a really fast 3-0 victory for Big Bro Little Bro, your main Nova Cup champion.
Alright, we're in the right scene now, so yeah, I mean, Julian is gonna be back here very soon. He's there jogging his way to his computer happily ever after.
Alright, I'm back.
And we're gonna have the game starting soon here. We're gonna say to the teams that we are ready when they are. So, what's the prediction here? 3-2, 3-1,
3-1. 3-1 Kingdom Saiyajin.
Ooh,
Yeah.
confidence is there. You don't have faith into Lil Bro?
Nah, Lil Bro is not... I don't have faith in Lil Bro. I mean, he has to lift pretty heavy if he wants to carry Adamas, and I'm not sure if he's been to the gym a lot lately.
Yeah, I mean, you did play with Adams a couple tournaments too, so you're
Oh, yeah.
one to know, and the game
Heavy.
will be about to start here. Game number 1 of the semi-final here, best of 5. Let's see who's gonna get it. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to say it, but I just realized that Isolde is having a bit of a sleepy computer this morning. And so
Yeah.
now my introduction is like kind of a little bit ruined, but we're excited, right?
Yeah, we are excited, and this slowly loading bar is like making it super exciting.
I mean, look
Come
at
on.
this bar here. Oh, it's almost halfway through here, picking up speed here.
Oh my god! Oh, can he make
Accelerating,
it?
it's almost to the finish line, and we're gonna see it happening. It's reaching the end, and we have the game now starting.
Amazing! And there's the chaos. And there's the chaos. Yeah,
Oh
okay,
my
I'm leaving.
chaos, on top of chaos here, we're gonna have King Dance here with his initial roll going, maybe with the Gatling gun. Not the best chaos opener because you kinda want to have the stability on wave 3, but we're gonna see. Gun did get buffed here. It is the buffed version here on this cup. It is gonna be slightly nerfed on the patch coming this Monday. But for
Yeah,
now,
it's very strong. I mean, you can just open gun and it will be fine. Like, it's one of the best units, and he will find some solution for wave 3, and he's gonna be fine with 5 workers. Unless he gets Giga starved, but then he just stays 4 workers and doesn't really care.
yeah, and we're gonna have Cartel on Cygen, probably aiming for that flower seedling combination with Harpy as well. So strong early opening here for Cygen. High worker as well.
Yeah, I mean, Flower Seedling, Harpy, oof, that's pretty strong.
Yeah, and
King
King
Dan's
Dan's
already
teaching the game.
telling him where to
Teaching
put
the
the...
game in tournament. There we go. That's what we're talking about. And Adam's here a little bit less lucky in his chaos roll, going for archer start, a little bit more exposed to early pressure. We're gonna see how he adapts to that. Also to note, King Dan's added the rat here for a treasure hunt on wave 2, it looks like.
Yeah, that's really good, because Red with Chaos is really, really strong. Red in general is really strong, but with Chaos it's very, very good. Because you can always just unhunt or hunt depending on what you roll and what you can build and what you shouldn't build. So, and King Dance is one of the best players also judging when the send is coming and when not. So I'm sure he will make great use of that rat.
Yeah, and finally Isolde going for the Oathbreaker here, start with Greed. And also on wave 1, Sayadin gets sent, and Adam's still not sending. Still not sending here. Oh, or did he get sent?
No.
Oh no,
Adamus
the
is
DT
sending
is here, okay.
most income DG. Let's see if Flower Seedling is strong enough to kill the wave. Depends. The Harpy should go onto the wave, right?
It
And
is on the
then
wave, yeah, so
we're
it
probably
should be
fine.
holding, yeah.
I think we might leak the DT, but we don't really care if we leak the DT, as long as we don't leak 100% of the wave, but we just don't.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Oh
Oh no!
no!
Why?
Ah!
Why?
DT!
Harpy, why? Why, Harpy? Why do you go for the DT? The one thing you can't kill. Oh,
This is
no.
this
Oh,
is whew. I mean, I think this is a bit unlucky. I don't know if he just. I mean, the Harpy attacked too fast and should have been closer to the Harpy. Is that the play? Reduce the DPS of the Harpy so you target the wave instead of the
I,
DT.
no, yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's, oh, oh, that's so unfortunate. Oh, King Dance rolled the tree, one of the strongest units in the game, by the way, which is not getting nerfed, and especially strong with Chaos, because you can
I
use
mean,
it
you
with...
say especially strong with Chaos, but it's also especially strong with Gun because now wave 3, you have that cover. This is
Yeah, yeah.
strong enough of a tank on wave 4 as also for a resend, and it's strong on 5, and so you can treasure hunt on all those
Oh,
waves. Oh, wait.
little bro,
No!
the double infiltrator being countered by the DT snail. Oh, unlucky. So close.
But it is
I
covered.
didn't see what happened. Yeah, it's covered, but still, this hurts little bro quite a
I
lot.
mean, the DT goes onto the split, and so, yeah, Adam's just pointing out what happened, I guess. Um,
Yeah.
It's just the
That's
infiltrators against DTs, not enough DPS to deal with it.
Oh, and Angler. One time in my life I want to be as good at rolling as King Dance with Chaos. It's literally like, what could I roll? What is the perfect unit for this situation? Yes! Tree for wave 3. Ah, there it is. Okay. And what could I use now? I want to have some scaling for later, which also synergizes with 3. How about I roll an Angler for wave 4? Ah, there it is. Nice. Lovely. Amazing. And now he has rats, so if he wants to go and add some more rats, he can just do that. Or he can just go Growl, which is also insane with Chaos. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Yeah.
I mean, he has everything. Also, he's using the superior offset gun. We forgot to mention that. Um, so he's gonna build the Growl here, so that wave 6 is not an issue as well. With this positioning, so this is looking very good. If he gets long saved, he can sell the Growl for the Vulcan Cannon, or just the Bunk if he rolls up on 7.
Or just the Avenger for wave 6 where he might be scared. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, those are
Just
options.
just just in time after getting the Growl for wave 5. So yeah, pretty good. Oh,
Adams here did have the Sea Dragon steed here to enable him some more time here on this wave, but this is still going to be a leak on his part here on wave 5, 100 cents still. Still did pretty
yeah.
well.
And he rolled. No, he rolled Mudman for this wave. Well, that's a rookie error, you see. You have to roll the Mudman for wave 5 where you get the send instead of rolling it for wave 6.
I mean,
That's why
you
you
need to
see.
tell those stuff in advance to Adams because he doesn't know, you
Yeah.
know.
I mean, he's just not as good of a Chaos player as King Dance, obviously, not
I mean,
rolling.
he's
Mudman
going for the
wave 5.
Avenger.
Yeah. And, you know, the send is coming on wave 6. King Dance has the Avenger, perfectly prepared with the Graal. Of course, it's just an income send, but he's just gonna easily full hold and then just push workers, I think, and scale ahead.
Yeah, I mean, pushing workers is often a good decision. Adams also keeps receiving cents here while Isolde has been saved a couple rounds here for now.
Yeah, and both Cyajin and Adamus are trying to enable their teammates. They have a lot of Mythium. I wonder... The problem is Cyajin is really strong on wave 7 and 8, so I don't know where Adamus is trying to send. Okay, pack leader on 7.
I mean, it's... I mean, where's the front line on Saya?
There.
Okay.
And there.
Okay.
Don't. And he's
going for
selling
a bunk?
this for a bunk. He's selling this for
Yeah.
a bunk, yeah. Yeah, and then he has frontline. Ooh, what does Lil Bro do against the Mimic, by the way? Can we have a look at Lil Bro's lane?
He just prays?
Yeah, I
think praying is a good option.
Oh, the fuck, man. The perfect answer for wave 7.
You know what's funny? I mean, their teammates are not receiving, so it's all
Oh!
about their
Oh!
leaks.
Oh!
Oh my god, he's sniping the
Oh!
Mimic!
Oh, so skilled. Little bro, god gamer, and just
And
easily
Saya
full
leaking the
clearing.
pack leader at 0 HP. Wow.
Oh! Whoa!
So who comes out ahead of that?
I guess Jenem and Adamus, because Jenem skillfully sniped the Mimic and Sayajin did not kill the pack leader. Oh my goodness. And he's Cartel as well, so he's supposed to hold, while Jenem is supposed to leak, but he just doesn't. Oh my lord.
I think it's just a skill diff here.
Yeah, absolute skill diff. King Dance, you may want to consider doing something. So this one on, yeah. I mean, you're the offset gun expert, but is this gun in danger?
This gun is off tanking, but is in danger if there's a lot of melee sense. Luckily for him, there's not a lot of it.
Oh, so he's just fine. Okay.
Yeah, he's spot tanking. That's what I said. He's just in danger if there's a lot of big tanks because it takes extra damage.
Wow. So the Drake is just int, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh,
But
man.
you always assume that they raise the split and so the gun doesn't tank, so.
Yeah, so it was just, well, I might as well send this
So-
stuff. Yeah, okay, fair.
A lot of income this game. One long save that wasn't too successful. There's a cartel. The early game was uneventful, and we discussed
Oh
about
my
uneventful early game being in favor of Adams normally. But yeah, as you point out, King Dan's realizing the strength of the gun here.
I think Sayajin is falling behind because of wave 7 and because of the save that didn't do too much. But I still favor King Dance and Sayajin in this spot because King Dance is far ahead and he's super comfortable playing from ahead. And
Yeah.
I think he will just carry this game.
And I mean, the plan for King Dan's here is to get Kingpin on 10, get the tree of Life on 11, roll Treant on 12, and then get Tree of Life and a Sovereign on wave 13. What do you think?
I think that's a very good plan, and I'm very sure that King Dance is also realizing that. So he will do the Drachi attack, which is yell out the unit you want, and then you will roll it.
Yeah, I mean that's basically it. You just roll it on the wave. You expect it. You have the push going, and everything's gonna be fine with that.
Yeah.
There is, however, a weakness that is hidden on the roll of King Dance, and that is wave 12. But it's recognized by them, and you have Saya very strong on 12. So overall, it's looking like there's very minimal weak ways approaching the mid game. One could argue 11 is good if you send a big thing onto Saya, but can you really do that? That's the question.
I mean, there's quite a bit of Mythium saved up on everyone except for Sayajin, so we will see full sense on wave 11 to also make sure no one can cred. I wonder if they go aggressive spell or if it's Vampire. I think Vampire on King Dance looks really appealing, and I think he's gonna
Giant
go for
Snails.
it. Ooh, okay, Giant Snails on everyone. And King
Isolde?
Dance
Oh,
thought,
okay.
King Dance thought, I need some magic damage, so, let me get Infiltrator for this wave. And now he's just going Orchid,
Ooh.
can boost it, so he's just
I mean,
got some
this
damage
is
as well.
this is a difficult situation. Like maybe the Tree of Life would have been better as a frontline, but then you have little damage. So it's a hard spot. So I understand his questioning if he wants the Orchid or the Tree of Life.
Yeah.
Looks like he decides on the Orchid here.
Yeah. Let's see. I think these sends will probably decide the game almost. If King Dance
Ooh.
holds, he's just super far ahead.
Just pointing out the value on Adams.
Yeah.
It's not looking too hot here.
It's not looking too hot on anyone, to be honest. King Dan's gun died, so he's leaking significantly and will feed shutdown. Sayajin went for the Haven, but Haven doesn't help him enough.
Adam's leaking and
Everyone's leaking. Why is there a buff Daphne? Little bro! Why are you buffing the
it's
Daphne?
because he is having a even split, and that is early morning little bro for
Early
you.
warning, little bro. Oh no.
And so, who will get more king damage here? Looks like King Dance and Cyanogen will come out ahead of the trade because of the
Yeah.
AoE caused by the Haven.
Yeah.
But everybody has giant snails now, and 13 looks favored for King Dance and Cyad because of their sovereigns.
Oh, Janum full pushing. Janum is, they are going for some, they are cooking something. I wonder what they are cooking, but they are cooking something.
I mean, they're cooking Adam's shifting here for a Miracle 13 unit, so we're gonna check on that. We're gonna have Saya preparing a split also with Sovereign or stuff. And Orchid preparation here for King Dance because he did roll it 2 waves in a row.
Yeah.
And
And he didn't yell it loud enough.
yeah, no.
King Dance has Fatalizer or Orchid, whatever he wants for
Wait,
wave
3
30.
waves in a row? Orchid?
Yeah. Yeah. Is Lil Bro full suiciding? I think he is. I think, yeah, he's continuing to push, hoping that Adamus will hold. But Saiyajin and King Dance are reading the play. They are sending. And now it's very obvious what's happening.
Yeah.
I wonder if... Can Saiyajin hold? He doesn't get the Sovereign. But he's also getting a baby sent, so maybe he can hold. Maybe he has to sell the Veteran. I think this is a sell the Veteran angle for Sovereign.
This is a tropical punch up angle, yes.
Yeah. Okay, we have the Sovereign here. And
We just boost here, right? If you're a King Dance.
we have to boost, yeah. We have to
He
boost.
sold the veteran.
He sold the Veteran for this? Ah, good job, Saiyajin. Good play.
But I still think he leaks, but he might delay long enough.
Yeah. And Adamus did not roll a good solution for this wave, so he will leak to the Giant Snail Witch send.
A little bit unfortunate. He does get the gate now, but this is too late.
Yeah, he needed that for this wave.
Yeah. So let's see. The Sovereign is just not loving life here on King Dan's lane, so that's gonna die first. Cyanogen is also going to leak, but very nice split aggro still.
Adamus leaks as well. Yeah, this is, they win the race. They just win the race.
Yeah. Oh no, Cyanogen holds.
Saiyajin is just
holding.
Oh, the carry by Saiyajin. Lowest in power
Holding.
score, holding, carrying the game.
And
What
game
a god
one,
gamer.
2#1 here. A little bit rough early game, I'd say. But then the
Yeah.
wave 11 aggressive spell turned it around here with Adams being that low on value. And then no real waves to send on after that.
Yeah. I think if King Dance reads the Mythium correctly of Lil Bro and builds the Tree of Life for the Kingpin, he's doing better on 11. But he was probably scared that there would be a 4 Eyes, and against 4 Eyes, I think what he did was better.
Yes,
So it's a gamble.
It's always the... That's why I said it was very tough for King Dance on 11, is because you have the situation that there's 2 cent possible against you, and it's like you cannot really decide what's better, so you just all in on one thing. And I think the Orchid boost is still very fine because magic damage is very good on wave 11. I've heard.
Yeah, I heard so too, but it might just be like lies spread by the government, so
Yeah,
I'm not
I mean,
sure.
we need to stay away of the government lies, of course. We need to keep upgrading the Kingpin on 150 stacks. Before that, it's just we're part of the conspiracy, of course, that wants to prevent us getting those stacks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, a good thing for King Dance to not fall into the government's blah, blah, blah. Okay, we know how to talk here.
Sometimes. We're not native speakers, okay? Don't judge. It's also very early for Mr. Shadow.
No,
I wasn't
it's
awake
7
at that
a.m.
time.
now. I need to be more, I need to be more effective at 7 a.m.
dude. Nah. I'm not awake at 7 a.m.
Well, it's always 7 a.m. one part of the world, right? You know? So you're
Yeah,
always
true.
awake at 7 a.m.
Yeah. That's true. That's what I'll tell my boss when I show up at like 12 on Monday.
It's
No,
just
no, trust. It's 8 a.m. somewhere in the world. I'm on time. Trust.
trust. I'm not lying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we saw a little bit of the strategy we discussed about the Master Cup, right? Where Saiyajin and King Dance weren't sending together,
Yeah.
and it's just a question of pressure. That's pretty much what we saw this game. It's just a long save from Saiyajin, um, and also the same. Adams and Isolde did the same thing also on this game. And it was very impressive to see this kind of things in the tournament play, and it didn't work too bad for both teams, to be honest. I think
Yeah.
both teams got what they wanted out of it. It's just about that mid game spell. That the Kingdoms had a better setup. Same goes for Saya.
Yeah. King Dance had just the perfect role to scale into the mid game, and then it came down to the 11 pressure point, where I think Adamus and Jenim could have done slightly better if Jenim didn't decide to boost a Daphne with his Pilgrim.
Yeah,
But even if he does so, after that, King Dan's role is just very, very strong. So Jenim and Adamus already they have to make some sort of a play. And I think it's good that they committed for a play. It's just unfortunate for Adamus that he didn't manage to roll Phoenix for wave 13 like he tried to. Because then the game might just be very, very close. Then it might turn out to be a race on 13 where Adamus can also hold. I think then the wave 11 is the game deciding factor.
yeah.
But I think Adamus and Jenim showed some great potential, and I'm sure they can take at least the game off of King Dance and Sire, if not take the whole series.
Yeah, I mean, they've shown a similar style, and that's what impressed me is that both teams came in, and we didn't expect this kind of play, but they came in with the same strategy here. So very interesting to see similar style clash, of course. Chaos went in this game also for both teams. They can still keep using it if they want to make you very, very happy as a
Yeah.
caster.
Yes. And human being as well. I'm very happy to cast a game where both teams pick Chaos like 5 times, and it comes down to skillfully rolling the correct units for the waves where the sends come. Ah, I love it.
So,
Such a great addition.
I mean, I do think Adams is gonna keep using it. Maybe King Dance
Yeah.
won't. As I've said, maybe now they're in a position to go for a Fiesta. I think it's gonna
Yeah.
fit their style. I mean, they've won a game. There's two more left for them to take, and they have a one-game buffer. So I think this is a situation where you can pull out maybe the Fiesta if you're
Yeah.
King Dance and Saiyajin.
Yeah, I think so. Keep them guessing, and then, you know, taking some gambles is kind of advisable in a best of 5 or even best of 7 situation, because if the opponent knows exactly what you're doing, it becomes predictable and abusable. So let's see what they do.
Yeah, and we're gonna get into game
Oh,
two here. King Dance and Saiyajin against Isolde and Adams. What are going to be the mastermind option chosen? It is going to be Castle here from Saiyajin, and King Dance keeps getting the chaos here.
yeah. I mean, there's Divine Blessing in the game, so you either lock in Pota, pick Redraw, or pick Chaos, and we have double Chaos. Very nice.
This is just a treat for you, Julian. They just thought
Jules,
about you. They say,
are you
ah,
watching?
he's watching, so we need to make him happy and pick his favorite mastermind option,
Yeah,
and they're
it's
giving it to
amazing.
you.
It's amazing. But according to Jules' power index, it's balanced, so it's fine. We can keep it as it is. Uh, Elite Archer again by Adams. Why is he not just starting gun with
I mean, maybe he's
him?
not experienced with the gun enough. That might be the thing. I think Elite
Maybe.
Archer is quite risky in this position, though, because he doesn't have a split here on wave 1.
Yeah, he can still add a split.
I
Oh
don't think
no,
he
we
will.
have Castle
Oh,
Sakura. Oh my god.
no.
Oh,
No.
and investment in the game.
They-
Oh,
he just said, Shadow is watching. I'm gonna go Sakura because I know he likes it. And then you have Chaos for Julian. They're really thinking about their casters.
yeah. And Adamus is just really gambling. There's no send on one.
Yeah,
Wow.
and
But he
3 end
gets
start
rewarded.
for Isolde. Not really a unit to use it with though. It's kind of intriguing what he wants to do with it though.
I think he just wants to add Harpy with it for the early game, and later on he can either turn it into the boom tree or reroll for something that synergizes well with it, like potentially a Canopy, a Sovereign, really, literally anything that has a high amount of HP.
Yeah,
And
need to be careful here, however. Okay, he does have the split. The split is important with Treant. Because, yeah, kinda dies though to a Snell if it doesn't have a split.
yeah, but he's adding a split. And
Also to
I
note,
think,
this RP is not contributing any value on this wave for the Treant.
yeah, because the Treant is perfectly two-shotting the wave. Well, I mean,
Okay,
like
maybe
this.
it's doing a little bit of thing.
Yeah, but it's not the best ad. Like, this might have very well leaked to a snail, I'm not sure. Trained is really, really strong. Probably fine, anyway.
It's doing more than I thought.
Do we get... yeah. Janum can send 60, but Sayajin is staying 4 workers, so he is completely fine. He
Yeah.
could have pushed to 5 workers if... No, he could. Never mind, he didn't get a snail on one. He had to stay 4, but you don't really mind with Sakura because you get... Essentially, you have... Essentially, this unit is 15 income.
Yep.
Just think about this. You pick
It's
castle,
15 income.
but you start with 15 income. Just
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we do have 60 cents coming out on King Dan's lane. Looking pretty fine here. Triple way split here. Very, very strong. Adam's, however, doing... Oh, he's doing okay to the no sand. Still to the no sand. And we have also Isolde, very strong split as well on his part. So everyone holding their sands. And we do have still Cyanogen saving as Mythium.
Yeah, and he's not pushing to 6, which I'm kind of confused by because I... Oh, I guess he wants to get the Chloro Pixie.
Is it
But
really that good though?
I don't like this too much because now you lose the ability to ignore tank sense.
And
Because
I mean,
this one will always focus the tank sense. So
I have a simple but effective question for you. 7?
7? Yeah, Aviator wants to save Mythium, I think is the answer. Sayajin is saving his Mythium, and he's probably going wave 5. But Adamus rolled the Infiltrator, so he should be okay on wave 5. Or wave 6, whenever the send may come.
I mean, he doesn't get the Orchid, but he's probably going Growl here, I would assume.
Growl?
Growl.
I think we're going Growl, but he can't adjust his split.
Oof, that's a little bit
And
rough here because the
yeah.
Archer... Okay, he's going to sell it anyhow.
Yeah, now he has 23 gold left and no split, which is not ideal. I think he's supposed to build the Growl into the split.
Yeah, I mean, the Archer DPS is gonna be quite diluted, but it might still work in the end.
I mean, the Infiltrator boost might still kill the boss. Yeah, it does. But still, you're wasting potential. I think he's going for a bit of a leak because he didn't build it in the split. Where in the split he would have done a lot better.
It's a bit of a leak, but it's gonna be, well, not fully covered, but still covered. It's still a nice leak by Adams, by the way.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, and now this is a wave 7 angle, of course, for Janum and Adamus.
Yeah, I mean, with the Chloro Pixie being built on Saya, even if he has an answer for 7, it's gonna be quite rough in the tank department.
Yeah, I just wonder if he shifts for Millennium here.
I mean, it's the play. Don't get me wrong, this is the play to shift for the Doomsday, the Millennium, sorry. I mean, will he just fully shift when he's getting saved on? The answer is gonna be no. He's gonna go for double Tempest. Still quite good here, but shows that Mimic is not the play here for Isolde.
They are on value.
They are on value, but need to remember that the value of Cyanogen is not that great on wave 7.
Yeah, I mean, Cyanogen is leaking next wave for sure. And he's 5 workers, which kind of hurts him, being the slow workers for such a long time. But if they don't take a lot of king damage on King Dance's side, then I think they are kind of fine with this. Adamus is going for a pro league here, I think. Maybe? Don't know. Crit?
It is looking like a small leak here.
Oh!
Oh!
No!
Failed it.
Ah!
But I think he wanted to leak here because that
Yeah.
was close to an ogre. Or
Yeah, that
was
would
it?
have been
Wait,
really good.
Am I bad at math? Yeah, I'm really bad at math. You want a triple brute in income.
Yeah. But like the long wave would have been really good for them if he perfectly leaked the one creep. But
Yep.
Rocco did decide not to crit, so yeah.
But that's an ogre onto Saya. That's gonna be effective against everything he has. So that's gonna be a leak. Triple brute here, very good still against the canopy. Reduces the, especially when everything is going on the canopy. By the way.
Why are there 3 brutes on the canopy? And nothing on the alpha male. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
But nice split with the cat still. But the ogre going through as expected. King Dan is sniping brutes now. Alpha male was a little bit hungry, but it's still going to be a leak here.
Oh yeah, this is fine for Janum and Adamus, I think, considering Janum is 11 workers now. But we can't underestimate the power of Castle for Cyanogen. But
I mean,
he's already 30 income behind, so it might not be the best for him.
I mean, he is 30 income behind, if you don't consider the 15 income of the cycle.
Yeah, true.
But he needs to protect it, and it's not guaranteed, of course. Aggro here on 8 can be rough for Sakura. But right now, worker department, it's equal on both sides. And we're gonna see where this goes here. Do you think wave 10? I mean, wave 10 is not unreasonable to think about, to be honest.
I think it's a wave 10 from Janum and Adamus, especially considering Adamus underpushed. That has to be the reason he underpushed, and he already prepared for 9. So they for sure want to skip 9.
Yeah, and Isolde can just go for the boom 3 on wave 9. Could also be good. It's gonna be good tank also for 11 and 12. So you can prepare for 13. It's gonna be income king here for Cyan King Dance on wave 9, and looks like they just want to out value in the mid game here at the moment.
Yeah, and Cyanogen has a solution for 10. I think he's supposed to go for the Halo here already, because he's gonna be on value even with the Halo. King Dance adding the Avenger, smelling out the 10 cent. That's pretty good.
I mean, it's still very good on wave 9. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I think this is a very good play. And Adamus is 8 workers. He's lowest workers in the game. Lower workers than the Castle Sakura player. So after wave 10, he will fall behind.
Let's hold up a little bit here. 11 is still open. Seeing 2 answers for wave 10 that are potentially a little bit weaker on 11, but they decide to still go on wave 10 here.
Yeah, I don't think you go 11 into Tempest, Mudman, Sakura.
I was just saying it's open, and that could have been a play still. Since, as you pointed out, Adams was under pushed, that could have been open still. But
yeah.
They decide against it.
Yeah, now they have the worker lead, of course, after the send. Lil Bro is pushing pretty heavily, but he's also sending power mercs, so his income isn't really like on par with King Dance.
Yeah, and that's the difference.
Didn't roll the perfect unit for wave. Oh, he did roll Halo, but he decides against it. Okay, yeah. I was confused because I didn't see a solution for wave 10 that is perfect on his board, but I think the Daphne and the Deep Coil are probably strong enough, yeah.
Yeah. I think it also better approaching the mid game. You get some more pierce damage. And it's 280 onto Cyanogen, distracted by the snails. It's successful. Did buy a lot of time. All snails dying. And now the DPS is just under for Cyanogen. It's gonna be leaking, but it's gonna be a hold on King Dance. Not really surprised by that hold.
Yeah, no, me neither. And he's just gonna full cover, I think, or maybe
But the
leak the
corner is
ogre.
eating the ogre for a
Okay,
reason.
yeah, for fun, for fun. Okay, then he's not full covering. Sorry. I thought about what should happen, and then it didn't happen. But that's okay.
I mean, it's king damage. Now you do have a slight king HP lead for Isolde and Adams. Adams going for the investment. Meaning that his income is going to be slightly higher than Saiyajin currently if he does not take the investment.
The thing is that I think Blessing is so good on Pota, and Adams rolled Pota, that I think investment is a bad play here, because he's supposed to go Blessing on his area.
Yeah.
Because up until wave 15, and including wave 15, you rather have Blessing on Pota than 30 income per wave.
Do you know why he didn't put Blessing on Poda? Because this Poda is not tanking.
He just built it!
This
For
Poda
this
is
wave!
not tanking.
Yeah! But... man! Okay, investment for Saiyajin.
Julian.exe stopped working?
Yeah. Kingdance going for the blessing as he's supposed to. Jenem going for the blessing as he's supposed to. Good job. I think Saiyajin, it's fine for him to take the investment because it has great synergy with Castle and the Sakura, and he doesn't have an amazing blessing target.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna show you guys why this
Oh!
Poda is problematic for
Oh!
Adam's next wave. Oh my! He knew he was getting it, you know? He just said, ah, Divine Blessing, that's a good spell. I just need a unit to place it on. Ah, Pota.
Let me just roll this area. There it is.
That has just made Julian's day here.
Yeah, amazing gameplay right there. I mean, the only thing I will point out is that the builds by Saiyajin and Kingdance have a slight weakness on wave 14, and Jenem is baiting the 13th cent with the shifting of 400 gold.
I mean, yeah, that was a risky one, but with RP, it's kind of understandable, and it's gonna pro league here, no?
Yeah, if he pro leagues, that might bait the 13th cent,
Oh,
and then he's gonna have Divine Blessing Phoenix for next wave.
You don't get better than that as a league here.
Do they hold? Kingdance and Saiyajin are reading it. Reading it! Just, like...
And
I
now
don't care.
you have Divine Blessing Phoenix, which is still kind of weak on 14, and you could have went Doomsday Divine Blessing instead.
Yeah. And the thing is, I'm very convinced that Kingdance and Saiyajin would have sent if this wasn't a thing. Because Kingdance is just confident. He just says, I have Divine Blessing Azaria. I am not leaking 13. Even if you get suicided on, it doesn't matter. I will full cover mid and then we kill them 14.
Yep.
Oh.
And the Porta of Adams, by the way, still not tanking. That's not gonna change because of the Leviathan.
Yeah, I think that's bad positioning. Well, wave 14 cents are coming up. If Kingdance and Saiyajin leak big, this can certainly turn the tide of the game. But if they don't leak big, I am very scared for Jenem and Adamus.
Yeah, a little bit of a knowledge fact here. Adams, if he places Poda one square up and doesn't show any spells, same as Jenem, and they leak 12, then you can assume that Adams is potentially Divine Blessing. And so building the Phoenix here on Isolde might have been a misplay because Divine Blessing Azira is very strong on 13. And if they do the bait correctly, it could have been one thing they look for.
Alright, let's see. Saiyajin is 2.8k value, hardened, and is kinda strong here with the Leviathan. So let's see if he's just gonna hold. I think Kingdance is not killing the Needler ever. The Azaria is doing its best to be a very balanced unit.
Yeah, it's successful right now.
Saiyajin just holds. No, it's not living. It's not. Is it living?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't it, right? Why wouldn't it live?
Well, you see, according to the JPI, Azaria is a balanced unit, and Divine Blessing is getting a small nerf, so it's fine. My lord.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
this
was
game is over.
still quite a nice split aggro by King
It
Dance,
was,
and the
of
Needler
course.
is yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
correct. The only correct play. Only correct play. Thank you.
I mean, you have Divine Blessing as not dying on 14. Where do you go next? Yeah.
I also think that Janum was unlucky. He had Imp's shift click that didn't go out onto Cyajin. I think there is the potential for a 500 cent, which Cyajin definitely leaks, but the game is still over. It's
Yeah.
just. It was a nice play. Trying to bait the 13 cent was a good play, I think. They committed for it, but King Dance and Cyajin read the situation correctly, and then yeah, the game was very hard. And with the 14 cent, where King Dance gets the perfect aggro and perfectly abuses Divine Blessing Azaria, the game is just yeah, it's just over. That's unfortunate for Little Bro and the Dams.
Yeah, really, really unfortunate. Let's hope they get it back here. I'm afraid that in game three, King Dance might still go for chaos. It seems to
Yeah,
be working well for him. Um, and we'll see. Cyanogen has been mixing it up here with the castle, but let's see what he brings out in game number three here. Come on, do it for the viewers and pick Fiesta. Do it for the viewers.
yeah, do it. Come on, Cyajin. Make it hard for King Dance.
No, no, no. That's not
I'm
what I
just
want to say.
kidding.
That's
Just
not
kidding.
what I want to say.
Just kidding.
Yeah, the key part here is to just entertain the audience and
Yeah,
also
the cast.
also I'm not implying they're gonna lose because they take Fiesta, but drops, right?
Drops. Yeah, drops. Oh yeah, right. I need to claim my first drop. Very good, very good. Oh,
Yeah, I might need to adjust how I do stuff because what how is the stream length going right now? Trying to figure out 2 hours. How is that with drops? 2 hours should be 1.5, right?
I think 1.5 for the first one. I'm not sure how it works. But what are we looking for Janum and Adamus? What do they need to change? I think Janum needs to get a coffee because it's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
early. He didn't play badly. I don't want to say that, but I think getting a coffee is always the correct play. If you have the choice between getting a coffee and not getting one, getting a coffee is very much the superior play. Um, I'm not sure if I like Adamus picking Chaos again because it really hasn't worked for him. But then again, he hasn't rolled very well so far. I
Mm.
think Elite Archer, as you said, isn't the best Chaos opener because it kind of has specific weak waves where you really need to find good solutions for,
I mean,
and he didn't manage to do
this
so.
game is a good example. You could have went gun here, more stable in the early game. 5 and 6 are not that big of an issue anymore with the strength of the attack speed of it, and the limited value you need on those waves to still do well. So I think it was a slight mistake on the decision on the openers that could have been slightly better for Adams. Um,
Hmm.
but if he's more confident in the archer, that's fine too. But you need to realize your weak waves here still 5 and 6, and if you're not lucky enough to get those units out, you're gonna get punished by it. And that happened two games in a row.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if the yeah, I mean, Adamus was just on 8 workers for a very long time and couldn't really threaten King on wave 10. And then King Dance had kind of a free game and was free to go Divine Blessing Azaria, which of course is very lucky, you know. It's wave 12 is the perfect time to roll the Pota for the Blessing, and he managed to do so. So,
I mean, we
yeah.
discussed about it how you just need to find the units you need on what wave, and Chaos is just gonna give it to you if you think hard enough about it.
Yeah, if you scream loud enough, it will give it to you.
It's
Oh,
always gonna give it to you. No
yeah.
difference, no exceptions. It's always going to happen if you think hard enough about it. It's source. Trust me, bro. Trust me.
Source, trust me, bro.
But yeah, we're still waiting on the players to join in. They are taking a little bit of a break, which is kind of understandable now that we are down to game 3 now. Um, the losing
Yeah.
the losing team needs to reassess the situation and maybe think a little bit more of what strategy they are going to take. Um, I mean, it's either keep to your strength, play for a stable early game, go for late. So maybe a castle is there. Adams can pick out the castle to change out from the chaos. He has been known for his castle too. Um, Taking notes from Witherspoon onto what not to do. And that's quite important. I'll always
Yeah.
watch streamers and do the opposite to win games. That's gonna be the most effective route. Um,
Yeah.
that,
That's why I'm so happy that Jake, aka Nick T, is now streaming, so I can learn a lot of what not to do. Same with Penny.
Yeah, I mean, it's always
Yeah,
what we are aiming for when we look at streamers. It's always what do they do, how do they do it, and okay, I must not do it like that. That's good.
exactly, exactly.
It's always the important things you need to remember when someone is
Yeah.
streaming, what you're looking for, and it's always the opposite.
And then you need to be sitting in chat and then Pepe pointing at them and calling them out for their mistakes. That makes them very happy.
Yeah, it makes them very happy, makes them not angry at all, and makes them laugh about their mistakes that they are definitely not angry about. But
Yeah,
enough of
yeah.
that, and we are going to go on to game number 3 here. Can Lil Bro and Adams take one game at least here in this series against Kingdom and Sargent, who has been proven quite the opposition here? And we're gonna get into it now. What will be the Mastermind option? Chaos on King Dance just for you, Julian. And Adam's taking twice Chaos too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know what to say about it. I mean, there's Protector in the game. Oh, King Dance rolled Angler for wave 1. Lovely. Is double Angler Serpent a
Ooh.
good opener? No, it's not. Is it worth it in current meta with Angler strength? Yes. Okay, good.
Wait, Angler strong? Just yes, yes,
Yes,
yes, King
yes,
Dance, yes,
yes, do it.
yes,
Yes.
do it.
That's a penny opener.
I mean,
And I'm not even kidding.
according to the old site of Legion TD's, wait, what was it? Legion Lord? Yeah, Legion Lord had a stat for openers, and for anglers was 80% win rate.
Oh, wow. And I'm going for Greed. That's a stable pick. Oh, he rolled Pota with Protector. That's pretty good. Especially given that there are aggressive spells in the game. He's now going to be strong on 11, 12, and 13. And on one of those waves, the Scent will be coming. So that's very good for him. Adamus has a 5-worker opener finally, which is very good.
Yeah, I think this is suiting Adams a little bit more, the aggressive opener.
Oh, he
And
didn't.
wait,
He's not opening Pota on Little
Flower?
Bro. Flower Aqua. Yeah, that's a very stable pick as well.
Yeah, Flower
Like,
Aqua,
just
and then Priestess on
3/7
5?
workers.
I mean, Priestess on 5 could work if it's a long save.
Yeah, I think that's how Saiyajin has been playing. He's probably gonna go wave 5, and I think shifting on 4 might be a play. Saiyajin is going for Devilfish Harpy, which looks like a Fiesta opener, but it actually is not. Is he holding? No, he's not.
Wait, what? With that
Yeah, this
positioning?
it can hold and it can leak. It's a bit
Okay.
of RNG.
It's just you
which-
ensure the leak if you have your Devilfish behind, a little bit below.
Yeah, there's some positioning which ensures the leak, which I tried to find and did not when I opened that as a Fiesta
Yeah, I mean,
player.
it's just about the DPS of the Harpy. If you have further up, you have a higher chance of holding. If you're further down, you have a lower chance of holding.
Yeah. Okay, Adam is snailing. Ooh, is he getting double snail? I think he is. I think
Sucks.
Saiyajin is not expecting this.
Yeah, because this is, I don't want to say Devilfish is bad on 2 because it's a good tank, but I don't think the DPS is there for Saiyajin.
Genom. Wait, this is the correct positioning. Why is the Aqua dying?
It is supposed to be the correct. I mean, you leak the DT. It's fine. I mean,
Okay, yeah, okay. I was getting scared that it might be the
yeah,
flower leak.
it was a bit scary. And oh, wait, wave
Oh,
two.
oh,
Wait, are you telling me two anglers are weak on wave two?
what? No,
It must be.
can't be.
No, no, no. I mean, there must be a just penny adjusting the aggro for every player, right?
Yeah. Yes. Oof. Okay, I'm not sure I like King Dance and the Dam's positioning now, considering that Jenem has 7 worker Flower Aqua and is safe on this wave,
Uh,
and is going to be safe everywhere now.
yeah, and Cyan 4 workers.
I mean, he has the red, so he's
Yeah, has the
essentially
rat.
5.5 workers, but I'm not sure if he's doing very well to the double snail here.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
not
it's
sure. I mean,
270
Devilfish is still
value.
strong.
Nah, it's fine. He's fine. He's fine. It's 270 value.
Oh yeah,
And a
and
Seraphim.
the split is not a lot of units, so Seraphim survives.
I think this is gonna be fine. Because the Fire Archer is living.
Yeah, yeah, Smurf Archer, that's what you need. And King Dance here struggling with the Angler opener. Who
Yeah.
would have thought?
Yeah, I did not expect him to struggle, but of course King Dance is a known worker pusher, and with anglers you need to be more of an overbuilder. I may suggest being a Bernd the Builder kind of player.
I mean, he
It's
was
better
6
than-
workers at the beginning of wave
Yeah.
3, so that was the issue. He's not getting the bounty hunter, so
No, of course not, because they don't have stacks.
yeah.
So
I
why
mean,
would we upgrade them?
government. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, we have Fire Aqua for Jenem, and Cyajin is saving onto wave 5 on him. And his solutions for wave 5 will be limited because he's not shifting for the Pota, because he's 7 workers already. So he might go for a bit of a leak there, and this would certainly favor King Dance and Cyajin and sort of give them back the advantage, or at least pull it back to even.
Yeah, I mean, Fire Mantle got buffed a little bit in terms of magic damage, so still a little bit stronger on 5. You can expect maybe the Vashroom coming out from from Isolde to maybe hold the boss at least.
I think he's just going to go open something like Badger, and then you go nothing but workers, and on 5 you add enough to kill the Scorpion King, and then you're fine. So... Oh, he has really unfortunate gold. He could go for a Rogue Wave, but then he just leaks everything.
Yeah.
Oof, that's rough.
I mean, is this Buzz Army? He could have been Buzz Army angle, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not so sure.
A little bit unfortunate on his part. He's getting the bigger send, but still 100 onto Cyajin and King Dance. King Dance does get the Bounty Hunter, but Bounty Hunter is tanking full here. We're gonna go back into it.
Oh my lord, it's so strong.
I mean, it's killing quite a few, and that's only a small leak on Isolde. While being the highest worker until then, it was pretty good. Saya does hold, and so does King Dance here. The income send weren't enough. But I think I'm happy if you're Isolde here.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, this leak is certainly not worth the starve. I think this is
Okay, Gargoyle, hello.
yeah, it just
okay.
went. Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't like the front, you know. It's like the front is scary.
Ooh. Oh, this could
Yeah,
catch
no, that's,
Jenem off guard. The brutes might be a really, really good play. Ooh, 10 workers on Jenem and Adamus. I think this may be the case of one too many workers.
We'll see. Adams might still do okay with the flying Oathbreaker because everybody knows the Oathbreaker is flying.
Yeah. Brute goes into the split in Jenem's lane. The Fire Elemental isn't tanking a lot, it just tanked one. I don't think this is looking too hot.
It's not looking too hot on this part. Same goes for Adams, by the way. Everything on the same side of the wave, nothing on the Fire Archer.
Oh!
The brutes!
Oh!
No, not the brutes. The friends.
The friends.
Just the friendly brutes here. But as soon as it was looking good for Isolde and Adams, just a counterpunch here with the resend with the brutes here, not expecting it here after the long save of Sargent. And we're gonna see if the
Yeah.
7 cent is gonna work out for Isolde and Adams because it's still a lot of Mythium. And the Mimic is by no means weak against the build of Cyanogen if he doesn't get the boar.
I think he's just getting Millennium and will be more or less fine.
Yeah, but brutes against King Dance.
Yeah, I mean, he has a lot of value. He didn't roll
I mean,
bunk or whatever.
I see
So
3 brutes on King Dance, but it's basically 2 because we all know that the one brute get instantly sniped by the coiler because
yeah,
why not?
because that's how the aggro works. Yeah. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, brute
Oh.
survives?
Brute living?
Wait.
That's new.
Yeah. Mimic on the side, on the other side. Where's the mimic?
Yeah.
Well,
King Dad's leaking. Saiyajin just easy holding because
Mimic was he just decided to go back into the cave. It never came out.
Okay. Yeah, it's coming next wave, right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Oh, full cover by Saiyajin. This is so good for King Dance and Saya. Like, it's unreasonably good for them.
Yeah. That is not what Soldier and Adams wanted here. Oof.
No.
And we have a send from Cyanogen, but not King Dance.
Yeah, I think this is they are going back for the leapfrogging gameplay where Saiyajin sends here, makes a long wave because Genom probably leaks, and Adamus is looking very weak on 9, and then King Dance can just ruin Adamus on wave 9, and at the end of the day they just get a big advantage here. But the Pota might be, maybe he can hold with the Pota. Like, he has only good units. No, he's shifting!
Uh-oh.
Ah!
Uh-oh. It's okay, fire elemental buff, right? Right?
Right?
Easy hold.
Ooh-da-doo!
Do. No,
Ooh-da-doo, Mama Tracker!
Poto! No! Okay, the safety mode survives here. But Cyanogen leaks to the income. I think it's something, maybe, potentially.
Yeah, it's something, but we also have this and this.
Yeah.
Adamus got a Trinity Archer, which is good on wave 8, yeah. But
How would you rate it out of 10 on wave 9?
yeah, a solid 1. Oh, they skip. They want to go for the kill on 10.
And
Aha!
I mean that's not too bad because Trinity Archer is obviously weak on 10 because RAM, you know.
I mean, I think it doesn't matter if Trinity Archer is strong on 10 or not. If there's a send of the size of a fucking house coming, there's a problem. There's a, you know.
Yes, indeed. I mean,
I've been there. I've
what's
gotten
the
a
most
Kraken on wave
important?
10.
The most important for Adams is to have a solid front line. Like, if he has enough time, Trinity Archer can do work,
Oh,
especially
Halo.
with the Dark Mage.
He got Halo for 10 if he wants it, but I think he just needs more tanks. Yeah.
Halo is bait here, tanks is the avenue, I think.
Yeah, that's the ram that you were suggesting. Kingdan's got another send, so he might even push one more worker or 2 more. I don't know. I think he wants Kingpin.
Yeah, he's just getting Kingpin. Potentially higher split too.
Dark Mage, maybe? Split adjustment.
Yeah, split adjustment is important because you have the Kingpin on the first row. Easier to snipe when you have it there. It's basically your damage. You want it to survive last with your coiler. So I think it's quite important to raise the split for King Dance. It's identified, but it's mostly the Ram and the Ogre. How well does it do here?
Yeah, I think Genom is leaking for sure. There's nothing he can do with his unit / build choice.
Yeah, I mean the bunk is.
Oh my lord! Fucking aimbot brute, dude. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
This is just. Oh my lord.
Okay, it's defending itself now. But I mean, Dark Mage Trinity Archer is still doing work here, but not as much as he would have wanted. It's still going to leak. Isolde is still leaking as well. The Ogre going through. That's again major king damage.
Yeah, and this. No, look at the workers. Just look at the workers. It's 20 for King Dance, 18 for Saiyajin, and 15 and 16 for Genom and Adamus, and they have lower King HP. This is so rough, and there's aggressive spells, so really, like, what do you do if you're Adamus and Genom in this spot? Like, how do you come back from this?
I mean, it's easy. You just read that Kingdom and Saiyajin go 13. You full push for 12. Saiyajin treasure hunts everything. You get 80% king damage, and you die 13.
Yeah. That sounds like that sounds like a play.
I mean, that's the best I was able to come up with. I'm not sure. That's not what's happening, at least.
Yeah, it's not happening. I think they try to go for the hold on 13 because we have this unit, and Adamus might just like full shift next and try to roll something amazing for 13. But I really, really can't imagine them holding. Like, this is so rough. Saiyajin and King Dance are definitely on form for this tournament.
Yeah, they're a little bit scary, to be honest. Gonna be honest with you, but
Oh, King Dance is pushing.
I
Even
mean,
more workers, seeing the Protector on Little Bro's lane.
I mean, why wouldn't he push when he just rolls Fire Lord, right? And then you send 13, and you have the Phoenix on 13 to protect yourself from a sand that is coming because you have Kingpins. So that makes a lot of sense, right? And we can see here that Julian is very, very happy to see that Fire Lord. So happy that he wants to highlight it so much that everything in the chat is Julian pinging the Fire Lord.
Yeah, that's what's happening. Yeah, thank you. I love it. Oh, Adamus did not manage to roll Phoenix for wave 13, and he also built for wave 12, where he built the Shadow Dancer, which is good with Protector, White Mane, and Dark Mage, but...
I think it's kind of fine, because Isolde is so strong on 13, and protecting 12 is still good. Is it good? Wait.
I mean...
Nah,
like...
it's just because they want the viewers to have a longer game here for drops. They're just taking of the viewers here.
Janem is going full, Adamus is going income king.
But
And,
I think the
like,
income game is just enough to leak Saiyajin.
think? He's on 2.5k value, I don't think he's leaking.
I mean, what's the units are good here? Rats? Doomsday?
Rats? This
Okay,
thing,
yeah, this is
this
King
thing,
Claw still,
this
yeah.
thing.
I didn't see the King Claw, so my bad.
I mean, King Dance is just leaking the entire wave because he didn't get his Phoenix. So he's not leaking the entire wave, but very significant leak.
Shut
Because-
down! Beginning of the comeback!
Yeah,
It's 25 gold, right?
it's something, yeah. It's not much, but it's honest work, you know?
Yeah. But, I mean, you don't go 14, right? Because Trinity Archer with Leviathan.
I mean, now you might as well go 15. You might as well go whenever, to be honest,
But
because...
look at Adams. He has the Hades here on this roll.
Yeah, but, you know, there's a problem.
What's the
And-
problem, Julian?
The problem is, oh yeah, income king, nice. I think there's this thing that's called a Kraken. And
What does
Kraken,
it do, Kraken? What does it do?
essentially, it's just a big raid boss that has arcane armor. And even if someone has a Hades, this Hades is not amazing against the Kraken.
Well,
But Adamus is building for this wave, so there
yeah, I
won't
mean,
be a
Adams is
Hades
just
next
agreeing
wave.
with you that the Hades is not the play because Kraken.
Yeah. But I don't think there is a good play against 1.2k Mythium sent on wave 15 with... I mean, he will have some value, but I still don't think he's in a position to hold. And now they might even go 16. No, they don't.
No, they don't. They don't.
What?
Witches? I mean, witches are kind of good against Dread Knight, right?
Oh, but why are we sending Shaman, Needler, Ogre into a Protector Azaria? Is this the play? Are we sure about this?
I mean, the Shaman will be on the Azeria, killing not the
Yeah,
Azeria.
with its magic damage, it's surely good against the arcane defense of the Azaria.
And also you have the Needler pierce damage going on to the Haven. That's gonna be
Yeah, it deals extra damage against fortified, right?
yes, right?
Yeah. I think this is a clear double Kraken angle for Mr. Styrogen.
Yeah, I think this was
I-
the correct play. But let's see
I-
how this does. Still, it's
doesn't
big
matter.
send.
It
Big
doesn't matter.
send.
It's a huge send. It just doesn't matter.
I mean,
Right.
Smurf Dread Knight. Trust. We
Maybe.
believe.
Yeah, I think.
Let's forget about the witches. There, yeah. Let's forget about the witches and trust.
Yeah, the Sovereign is on the Shaman. The Shaman is dead. But I think 2 Azarias don't kill an entire wave and a Needler.
Yeah, and the Dread
Yeah,
Knight is
just
not dying, and looks like we're going to have our first finalist here, King
Yeah.
Downs and Cyajin, going for the best of 7 tomorrow. Cyajin does give the shutdown for just
Next game, yeah.
next game.
Yeah. GG, well played.
But yeah, King Downs and
Congratulations.
Cyajin taking it here. Still, even if we don't really agree to skip on 13 with Blizzard Army, they still proved to be a terror in the early game and in the late game as well. Very nicely played by them for sure, and they've just proven that whoever comes ahead in the next in the other semi-final that we might have to watch. The games are still ongoing. Let me check if it's still
So
on.
far, Ashton and X-God have won the first 2 games, and the third game is going.
Okay,
So it's
I think
2-0 for X-Crash. I think we can just jump into this, right?
yeah, I think we're just gonna congratulate King Downs and Saya again, and also thank Adams and Isolde for participating. Still put up a good fight overall, but it's just King Downs and Sayajin being on form is very, very terrifying.
Absolutely. And I think in last game, the Wave 6 just kind of hurt Adamus and Janem a lot. Alright, I'm just gonna hop in and spectate X-God.
I'm hopping in too. Gonna change the scoreboard as well. Final score here is 3-0 for #1. We're gonna reset here into X Crush. That is 2 game up against I don't know.
How is it going? Okay, some wave is happening. We are having big sense on wave 15 coming out from Lucy and Drachir, and we have a big King HP advantage.
Big King HP advantage. That's I mean.
Ooh, I think we might go for another game after this. And I think there's a problem here.
What's the problem? Describe the problem. Be more precise here. You're a mathematician. You need to be more precise than just there's a problem here.
I think there's a big problem with the difference in power score being very, very big, and Lucy being massively on fire for 150 gold.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna check what was going on in the early game. We're gonna notify the players also, if you can do that, that we're gonna cast the other game they're gonna do after this one when the game ends, potentially this wave. Don't want to call it too soon, but it doesn't look too promising.
Yeah, I don't think X-God is holding with his Locker and Pota on wave 15. And I don't think Ashton is holding, and I think this is going to be GG.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's yeah. That's
wrong button. Wrong button. But yeah, that's gonna be 2-1 for X Crash. I don't know taking this one.
Yeah.
And what happened this game? How did they manage to get so far ahead here? Fiesta from Drashir with the Cartel of Lucy, Ashton leaking on 1 without Fiesta, and Lock-in Pota for X-God. The pressure was on already on wave 1, and on wave 2 X-God greeted, not respecting the 40 cent from Drashir, and it got the early leak. And so after that, Ashton leaks wave 3. Don't tell me X got leaks wave 4. Okay, he holds, but Ashton leaks wave 4. And then there's a long save onto wave 7 with the Mimic. They're getting king damage here, first king damage. And then after that, the resend on Lucy, for Lucy against Ashton is getting Ashton quite big. And looks like they are going for a long save after that into 12 here. Weak wave of the Hazuria. A similar play that we saw attempted early on against Exiled and Ashton. The 8 to 12 here to counter the Divine Blessing possibility, and it worked out here in this situation, furthering their king advantage. And then the finishing blow on 15, where Ashton and X-God tried to go for income king to survive, but it wasn't enough here. So interesting game. But it all came out to early leaks here. Good control by Drashir and Lucy, also with the Fiesta.
Oh yeah. I'm interested what we will see in the next game. Drachir said he will be right back, so we might have to wait a bit for him. And there's the usual trash talk in the lobby going on, as per usual.
You disappeared from the overlay. Okay, you're back. Hey, hello.
Hello! Beams! The Julian! Hello!
I need to figure out how to fix that, because that is a slightly annoying. But it looks like that keeping focus on the window is gonna fix it, so that's gonna be the idea going forward for the moment.
It might be your PC like realizing that it's running out of resources.
No,
And when
no,
running...
no,
it's not?
no, because
upgraded.
yesterday what I did was super intelligent. I went to the market and was like, okay, what is wrong with my PC? I was like, memory. And so I bought extra memory, and that's gonna. Right now, stream is stable, no slow frame to be reported, and it seems like that it was part of the issue.
Good.
So hey, upgrade just for you guys, and I hope the stream has been stable, as I think it has been. At least the number says it was. And it looks like the players are eager to start it, and once Drescher was already back, they started the game without asking if we were ready, or maybe Julian said it for us.
I said we're ready, yeah.
Right now, I just need to focus on the game, and we're gonna get in. Hey, here we go.
Yeah. People are thinking, X-God picking Chaos, okay. Yeah, I can't get away from the curse, because there's pawn shop in the game. Ooh,
the run back.
Seedling. It's 50% less likely, and he skillfully rolled it still. Lovely. Good job, Drachir. Well played. Let's see if X-God can skillfully roll the perfect units to survive against the insane pressure that's going to be put onto him, or if he's just gonna die. Nice.
We're gonna see. This is just the run back of the Fiesta. Remember, there is no conquest, so Drescher is in the right of picking the Fiesta again.
Yeah. My lord.
I mean,
and Lucy has a gun. Lucy
Oh.
is probably one of the best gun
No,
gamers
Lucy.
I've seen.
Lucy!
Not offset gun.
One square. Do it. One square.
Oh, Ashton is being snailed. I'm sure he loves it. I don't know why exactly he's putting a chained fist there. I think he's probably planning out his build.
No, I think I think it's just looking
scared,
at the positioning of the Aqua.
Yeah, he's just scared, yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so he is going to be holding the Snell. It's going to be a slower wave because it still does take a bit more time to get taken down. But they're here with the Fiesta, receiving from Ashton. Ashton always doing the King region. He's benefiting from that.
Yeah. He's not pushing 6 with the thing because he wants to add a Ranger, expecting a recent by Ashton, I guess? But I'm not sure if he's getting one.
I mean, I think that if you're Drescher, you don't really mind not leaking on wave 2. Ranger is just enabling you to just leak small, and is still very strong on wave 3 as well. Especially paired with some
recent snail.
That's perfect for Drescher.
Like a book. Like an open book.
open
Oh.
league. So that
Right,
is
well.
a very small league, if I remember. I think it's 33%, right?
I don't know. I just know that it's pretty good.
He's
He's
on the
focusing
snail,
the
so it's a
snail.
bit bigger. It's fine
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, he's fine with this. And
If
now
it-
he's 6 workers, and he can send a lot of Mythium on next wave if he so desires, but he might just skip because of the casket.
And
Yeah, and he
he is
does.
skipping.
And Lucy gets out the veteran because of the leaks. Ashton pushed 7 workers. Lucy is income sending. Does she add the snail? And does this
Please
still
do.
leak?
Yeah, if this wait, does it leak? It does leak, yes, but
I mean, it
maybe not
leaks
as big
the.
as I think.
Uh,
I mean, just the DT, you leak the DT. I think that's still quite sufficient.
yeah, that happens. But I was curious how much it leaks to the snail. I think Drachia is going for a pretty big leak here. He didn't add the ranger. He just added some seedlings, and I think that's a pretty big mistake.
I mean, I think he just wanted the casket for 4 or something like that.
Ah, probably, yeah. But I think you still add the ranger. Like, you have to expect the send and
Yeah,
try
true.
to not leak 90% to double snail if at all possible.
And it's extra resources for Exile and Ashton currently because of that. We're gonna see though, it's a long wave and we have a lot of Mythium on Rashir. Does he go for the sand here?
Mole? Oh, skippers! They want to go for king damage on wave 5.
I mean, they might be successful here. Lucy already at 70 Mythium. That's the range of a Hermit, and we saw how Hermit was effective against the build of Ashton here on previous games.
Yeah, but the thing is, Lucy doesn't know Ashton has gun, and he's gonna put down a gun like here or here, which is what he was planning out with his fists.
And that's gonna be
And
sufficient,
then
yeah.
he's just holding. Ooh, and that's an 80 cent on Drachia, who did not go for the casket because he didn't have money, but another pixie. I
I mean,
think
the
he's
DT
gonna go
should be
for
ignored.
a pretty... Yeah, he's still going for a pretty decent leak again.
It's
right?
a long wave. I guess it's worth it. I mean,
This
it's a
is
nice
close.
leak. Come on, it's a nice leak.
Nice leak. Yeah, that has to be worth it. If you get a 69... Oh, and now, are they going here or are they skipping one more and are they going 6? This might be a 6 angle. Oh!
Wait.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh!
we're going all the way here.
Keeping our Mythium. Oh. Hey Lucy. Do you wanna save a little longer? You wanna keep your Mythium and send on wave 6?
You know you like it when you talk like that.
Oh, I love it.
But yeah, I mean, this is insane. We talked about XGod staying low workers when they get long saved. Look at what's happening here.
Yeah, he is low. Oh, and Drachia, is he getting the perfect Fiesta here or is he holding? No, don't tell me.
He's going for it.
I'll give it a shot.
Who's
the
winning?
epic.
Who's winning?
Who's winning? My money is on Ranger Boy.
Yeah, sadly it's a Ranger winning.
Aww. And Ashton went for the gun as I predicted, but you know, gun is strong on 5, but an impact Pierce unit and a fortified Pierce unit is not the best on wave 6. And his best solution is a Butter Badger, and I'm not sure if a Butter Badger is gonna cut it against Mole Brood.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing here from Drashir on 2xGod?
Yeah.
Can you tell me how much Mythium this is?
This is a 260 cent on wave 6, yeah?
Yeah. And how do you evaluate the chances of XGod holding here?
No.
Okay. That's what I thought about also, approximately.
Approximately no. Yeah, and if he's going for the Ogre now, then he's leaking 3 creeps and the Ogre, and Ashton is leaking small as well.
Drashir
is leaking as well, but he doesn't mind.
Yeah.
And this is a lot of king damage, and now they can just go for a big send on whatever wave. Lucy is Giga enabled. 10 workers, got a snowball like crazy, and then... Yeah, I don't know. Like, what do you do if you're Ashton and X-God? How do you protect yourself against a huge send, say, on wave 10 with like a 400 or something?
I mean, yeah, Wave 10 is probably the next aim with how the game has been going. Looks like they want to go for really sparsely placed sands, and the answers are just not really there unless X-God miraculously takes the route into a fertilizer on 10, which could happen, but he needs to think really hard about it because this is very far away, and Chaos can be only so good.
And the problem is that you kind of need to prepare for it on, say, wave 9 or something. And wave 9 is also looking very juicy for Drachir and Lucy if they get a lot of Mythium. So it's kind of impossible to just say, well, the send is obviously coming on that wave and fully prepare at the right time.
Yeah, and
Drachir is going for a juicy Fiesta here.
Yep, he is
Pretty good.
indeed.
Oh no. Yep. And this is what happens when Ashton falls behind. He just goes the income route, and now we are in a dangerous spot if we're X Crush.
Yeah, dangerous
Oh
spot.
no.
Oh.
Oh,
Lucy?
income sent by Lucy. Okay. Well.
But guess who's saving some Mythium?
Oh, here. Oh, he's doing it. Now we just need
Pixie
the ping.
Fiesta.
We just need the ping. Aviator wants to save Mythium, just for the boys. Oh. Ashton has a bunk, so he's gonna probably Giga push after this, but I'm not so sure it's going to be a good play to Giga push.
Yeah, because now Lucy can push.
Yeah.
Okay, let's play a game. How many workers will Lucy have here?
20.
20? Straight up 20.
Yeah. I think we're just full pushing and get a full push, get big gun for wave 10. Drachir is leaking no send for long wave? Or no? Oh. Daphne?
Definitely too strong.
Definitely too strong. Ah, Lucy is holding her horses. She's
15 workers only, and oh.
Okay. Drachir being scared. They are not going for a kill.
I mean, you say that, but okay, Drashir sending here, income, saving the rest. Lucy going income on 10 to get the big gun, saving all the way to 13 with Lizard Army. Is that a possibility?
Okay. Yeah, that's a play. I think that's a good play. They are probably... That's probably what they're going for.
I mean, Drashir needed the income to get the King Claw. I think this is worth it.
Yeah.
We see the income from Lucy.
Yeah, I think it's fine to play it that way as well. It's just I thought they were going to pull the trigger and go for a kill, but they don't. My lord, Drachir has the best possible algo.
Yeah.
He's just holding.
I mean, it's so good that this Pixie is not generating Mythium. So misplay by Drashir.
Misplay. Yeah,
Misplay.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, Ashton is kind of ahead, sure, but his solutions for wave 13 are very limited. He can get a big gate, but big gate also needs tanks, just as well as the big gun. And if Lucy, with her insane push, can get Lizard Army and just go 13 now, even saving after income potentially, I don't see Ashton full clearing, and I don't see X-God holding a Lizard Army 13 cent either. Unless he maybe rolls Phoenix.
I mean, he's playing for it.
Hard.
He's just playing for it.
Yeah. I mean, this game is pretty even so far.
Yeah. I mean, the only difference is the King HP advantage for Lucy and Drashir at the moment.
Yeah.
And Ashton
Lucy is cartel, so she's gonna lose some income. Ashton holds.
Yeah.
Okay. What are we seeing? Are we seeing?
I mean, we're seeing 12 from X-God and Ashton.
Oh.
Okay, we're not seeing 12 for Ashton and X-God. Unless X-God takes Lizard Army, then maybe. Because Ashton is pushed instead.
Pawn shop on Lucy. Okay, they're taking completely different routes from what we expected. Nice. Interesting. Maybe Drachir and Lucy are reading the 12th play and are just preparing, but the 12th play isn't coming.
And so 13 is coming, but Lucy has punch up in a haven, so she can transition to gates.
Yeah.
So 13 is still the play, it looks like. But it looks like every player is just taking punch up to have answers for it. And Xgod is having the punch up to prepare 12 anyhow. And just punch up if he finds Phoenix, I guess.
I guess, yeah. The only thing that's happening this game that's worrying me for X Crash is that
Oh, the 12. The 12 is coming.
Heh?
Why the 12 is coming? Hello? We have Big Gun on Lucy? Please? Yes, okay. You have punch up, so that's the right play. And Lucy just holds. Easy. Okay. We're going 12. Hello.
So we're going 12, but
Yeah.
we're pushing 0 workers on wave 10 and not taking the aggressive spell.
Trust. It's gonna work. It's Haven. Oh no, Lucy! She sold the Big Gun!
They are shifting! They're doing what they're always doing!
Oh,
They always
no!
shift 12!
No!
But still, why did you... So
No,
that's not obvious, I guess?
Lucy.
I mean, Lucy just holds anyway, though? So it's like...
Yeah,
this
but
is
she
like-
don't cover. With Big Gun, she covers.
But still, like, is this even worth it?
I guess not. In retrospect, it's just.
Like now, I mean, Drachir shifted 300 gold, got a cent.
Yeah, he shifted to push workers,
Yeah, now they...
and now they're going
now the
13.
cent's coming, okay.
Exile has
Yeah.
gates, so he can pound shop. He has the APM for it and sell all the peers for gates if he thinks the sun is here.
Maybe he also just gets a Hades here.
Yeah, Hades could be
think-
better.
I mean, he's... Oh no, he's going for the lifesteal gate, which is pretty good. The only thing that's worrying me for him is that he is like the lowest workers for such a long time and is also falling behind in income. And his value is kind of fake value because of the Kingpin. But I guess if he holds here, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, we'll see. Triple Ogre is still pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially against no front line.
Yeah. Let's see, is Ashton going to be holding or doing okay against the ogres?
Gun is down, but
Gun
still
is
a lot of
dying.
gates. No, Ashton is
Oh,
holding.
X-God isn't holding. X-God isn't holding. Ashton is also not holding.
Okay, well,
But
that was
Drachir
close.
leaks the income cent, so Fiesta value, I guess.
Yeah, Fiesta.
This is more king damage for Drachir and Lucy. Okay, nice cover. Good job. Attacking the full HP creep instead of the low HP one.
That's always what's happening. Now, we did see Drescher
Even-
not pushing. Lucy, did she push? I think she pushed a little. I think their idea was to possibly skip 15 to go 16, but I don't think it's possible. Oh, wait, I say I don't think it's possible, but Xcode is still very low workers, so maybe it's possible.
I think Ashton and X-God are skipping 15 for sure. I just wonder if Drachir and Lucy are skipping as well.
I mean, Drescher didn't push, so I think that's their intention too.
I think I think everyone skips, and I wonder... Ashton rerolled his flowers, so he doesn't have a great solution. And even if he still had it, it wouldn't be amazing because he doesn't have the tanks for it. So I think everyone's going 16, and I don't know whom I should favor. Drachir and Lucy have more workers, so they will send more, but they will have less value.
Okay, Xcode pushed a little bit more here.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's skipping, okay.
Okay, but the Tree of Life Sovereign with Ocean Templar. It seems quite good to me on next wave. And if you want, you can sell the Ocean Templar for maybe more boom trees if you want. Not sure what's the
Yep.
play here. Maybe more King Claws.
Yeah, but people are preparing 15.
Yeah, but we have pawn shop. We need to remember that.
Yeah, but still, I don't think like the value will just be super low, right? Lucy is already minus 400, Rachia is
Yeah,
minus
yeah.
600, so they will never ever be able to hold 16.
Yeah, it's just a
And
question of
oof,
delaying
king
it.
up.
It's just a question of delaying it and trying to leak X-God and Ashton faster, but the value says it's not possible.
The value in these units, right? So I'm a bit worried for the 16 race, but let's see. There is a big send coming, and if somehow Ashton's gates don't get out the summons that they need to get out because he's lacking tanks, then he can leak fast. And this unit is kind of good, the Sovereign with Tree of Life, but I'm not sure if it's good enough to delay long. I think Ashton and X-Crusher and X-God are gonna take it here.
I mean, we have boom trees. Do we sell the casket for a King Claw? That's the question. Looks like the answer is gonna be no.
Oh no. Don't tell me. Don't tell me this works.
It might. It might work.
Nah, it's not enough tanks. It's fine. She's gonna leak. It's not enough tanks.
I mean,
Pyros?
she's
Yeah,
trying
fine.
it. She's trying it.
Yeah. Oh! 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 Skillful! Skillful
Oh
roll
my
of
god.
Death Cap as well. Okay.
I mean, the Death Cap have no tanks, so they're gonna die quite fast. But with the Hades, Hades is gonna
Oh,
just.
Lucy is holding. Lucy
yeah.
is holding.
X-God? Is he holding?
No.
X-God not holding.
But I don't think they leak enough to die.
No. But
Right.
yeah, I think.
Here and Lucy also don't die, right? It's close. It's close. It's gonna be close.
Yeah. Okay, Lucy and Drescher live, I think. I don't think 2-4 is gonna be enough here.
I think everyone lives. But what's the play now? Is it 80? Lucy pushed quite hard. I wonder.
Reset?
No, it can't be 7. It can't be 17 into Ashton's build.
Oh, it's a reset for
This-
Igdon and Ashton.
Ooh. X-God is just sold all of his flowers to push workers. He's just suiciding. He's going full suicide.
Oh, and
Okay.
Lucy and Drescher are preparing 18. Lucy and
Eh,
Drescher are preparing
yeah.
18.
Ooh.
But is it enough time? Do they have enough Mythium now?
I think they do. I think this is gonna work. Oh, I like this play a lot. Oh, X-God starts building.
I mean, it's just at one
And-
point it's not worth it, but
He just added one. Yeah, okay. Let's not think about this.
I mean now they both had 480 to send. The Pyros still melting the wave a
Lucy is
little bit.
gonna- Lucy is
Lucy's
gonna
leaking,
leak.
but the Sovereign here still untouched.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be enough. It's gonna pop off now, but he's
But-
not holding and Lucy is leaking. Yeah, this is GG. Wow, what a call by X-God. That's a pretty good call.
And
Wow.
it is going to be X Crash
Oof.
taking it 3-1 here, despite the best
What a
attempts
play.
here from Lucy and Drescher to hold on 16 here, not enough to hold the recent on 17. And they're gonna
Wow.
take it and advance to the finals tomorrow, the best of 7 final. It is going to be against #1.
Yeah. Wow. That was really good by X-God. But if Lucy and Drachir read this or expect this, then they just don't push and just easy win. Wow. Oof.
But
What
yeah,
a
man,
game.
it's just in this situation, you have Lucy on the gun that is looking pretty weak on 18, and so she thinks she needs to push harder, but Ashton is not strong on 18, so maybe a
Yeah.
misplay to push from Lucy here.
I don't know. I think it's super hard to make the correct read. There are no safe avenues in the late game unless you're super far ahead.
Yep.
You have to sort of decide on a line that you think the opponent is going for, and then counter this line. And if you think the send is coming on wave 18, and you think Ashton is going to play for the hold on that wave, I think Lucy pushing is completely correct. So I can't fault them for it. I think there are certain lines. I wouldn't have expected the suicide by
No,
X-God
yeah.
to send either, so no blame on Lucy. I think they played a very good game. I think I would have preferred to see them go for a kill send on wave 10 or go hard with Lizard Army for 13. But I also think it's fine to take the line they took.
Yeah,
And I
but
think
I
X-God
think
and
that
Ash played well.
if they have Drashir shifting for the Sovereign on 13, you need to have Lucy built for 12 because I know there's no Lizard Army, but if it's either Shadow Wings or X God on the opponent team,
Yeah,
12 is
this
always
working well.
possible. Even if you're
Yeah,
having Haven or even if you're having Gun, it's still
yeah.
possible if you're having a Canadian
Yeah.
on the other side.
Yeah, true. And I think Drachia and Lucy like to shift on 12, so and X-God is willing to go for these plays, so I think it was a well masked play, and I
Yep.
think it was a
I
was
don't
good.
want to dismay the play because it was a very good one. It's just,
Yeah.
I'm just saying that some
Yeah,
players are
you
known
need to
for
be
those
ready
12
for it.
Sun, and X God is one of them.
Yeah, true. I agree.
Because we didn't expect the 12 either after not seeing the Little Army. We said, oh, they're just
Yeah,
gonna match 13.
yeah. Yeah,
But
I mean,
so we do
that's what
have our
happened.
finalists tomorrow.
Yeah.
#1 Xcrash. The return of Xcrash. First time they make it to the final, I think, since they come back together.
Mhm.
If I remember
I
that
think so, yeah.
correctly. So gonna see if they can return back to winning some Noah Cups. I mean, they were known to be a terror in a lot of tournaments. There was the Seraphim, the Devilfish Cup also that they've won together. Uh, those are the early tournaments that happened. So they were in a winning spree at the beginning. Ashton then left for a while, and
Mhm.
King Dans and Vitterson came to take some of it. And I think Vitterson and Dams too won some together. And then it was partially Drashir and Lucy also taking it recently. But now, different winner this for the Nekomata Cup. We're gonna see here if it is gonna be King Dans and Saiyajin or Ashton and X-God. Do you have any preferences or anything you think about when you have this matchup in mind?
I think I'm favoring King Dance and Saiyajin because they looked super clean today. And typically, King Dance always steps up his gameplay for the second day. And I think X-God and Ashton showed some weaknesses or at least some points that you can attack. And I'm pretty sure that King Dance will figure this out and then like attack these points. And I also think that Chaos is just one of the best mastermind options out there, and King Dance is the best player with it, and he's gonna abuse the shit out of it in the best of 7, since he can flick it like every game. So I think that's a big advantage for them. And I think King Dance is very versatile. If he has to move out of the Chaos kind of thing, he can also play Cartel, Fiesta, probably even Castle. I'm not so sure if his Castle is super good, but yeah.
Do you know what's the performance score on the castle of King Dance?
It's probably shit, right?
It's 78.9. He only lost
Oh,
3 games with castle.
okay. Yeah. He may be able to play that mastermind option then. Nice.
When I did the preparation, I was doing this little
Wow.
animation presenting the players. I was like, wait, King with castle? And
But
he's
it
like,
might be only
first?
in duo with Widerson or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
maybe, but still quite impressive with the castle.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a strong early game player, so it makes sense that if he gets then bonus income in the mid game, he comes out ahead. So it's quite interesting to see that stat too. He's not playing it often though, so despite having only 3 losses, he's not having the most insane wins either because he's not playing it as often as one would think. But still quite impressive to see it with this performance at least.
Yeah.
For me, do I think Xgod and Ashton have a chance? I think yes, but I
Yeah.
think it will be quite difficult if Xgod is sending to King Dance. I think it is what they would aim for because they want to control King Dance for Ashton to be ahead. When King Dance is under pressure, he often income kings a little bit more. And that's where Ashton often shines a little bit more. He might leak a little bit, so maybe we see a Fiesta extend the wave and add pressure that way. So I think if they play towards this control, maybe longer saves on one person, but then the counter to that is the leapfrog strategy that we saw today from Zayajan and King Dance too.
Yeah.
So it's
I
gonna
don't know.
be interesting. I think that it's gonna be a close one. But
Yeah.
going to 7 games, will it happen?
No.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to imagine it going to 7 games.
I hope so, but
Yeah,
it might
it's.
be a 4-2 or something. I don't think that it's gonna be a wash because X-God and Ashton are way too good to just get 4-0'd. But it's hard to tell in advance.
I mean, if we see King Dan and Saiyajin shift on 12,
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe. Yeah.
But no, seriously, it's very situational. It's just XGod is very good at seeing those openings, and
Yeah.
we need to praise him for that. That those lines are very hard to find, and it's just with experience that you recognize the player habits and also the board recognition of okay, he's strong on 12, he doesn't have an answer for 13, he needs something big, and he's gotta maybe hide it to so that we don't know what to send. So those are the little things that you need to consider again and again. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, I mean, on that, do you have any final words for the stream? Or any comments?
Yeah, that's my final words for the comment for the stream. No,
What?
thanks for having me. It was a blast. Uh, just keep wallowing on ladder. Let's go for it. Let's play together.
Let's play together. When you say it like that, it's so inviting. But yeah, I mean, on that, I'm gonna say thank you for all the viewers. There was a lot of viewers. Tomorrow is a best of 7, one match only, but surely to be a good one. It's gonna be starting at the
Yeah.
same time as today. This means 6 a.m. for me, but it's gonna be 12 CST for those normal persons that in this world.
Yeah.
We're
So
gonna be a
let's just take a moment and thank the organizers as well for the Nekomata Cup. Thank you a lot. And also big shout out to you who got up at like 4 a.m. or something today to host this show. So thanks a lot. Like you guys are really putting in a lot of effort, and I truly appreciate it. And I want to mention this on stream for everyone. Maybe we can see some love in the chat as well.
I mean, the viewers were exceptional too in the chat. A lot of comments going on. Also, thank you, Julian, for joining me. And tomorrow we will be joined by 2 casters instead of 1.
Ooh,
Um, s-
lovely.
so gonna keep it a surprise. Some players know, because yeah, I'm very good at keeping secrets. But there's gonna be
Kabal
two.
knows.
There's gonna be 2 casters tomorrow, and you're gonna have to wait and see who it is. And we're gonna have a lot of good games. Let's hope. So on that, gonna say thank you, people, for watching, and see you next time.